welcome to the stream. It is I, your girl, Katana-chan. But you can call me Kat because all my friends call me Kat. And we are all friends here. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who are these losers? I don't know. You're one of them. I don't know who these losers is. They could probably introduce themselves because I think you know who these losers is just fine. I am trying to see if my alerts are working. So quick, somebody give me a head pat.
In another tab opening.
Oh my god. Because it should activate in the middle. There we go. So, because everybody gets a head pat when I get head patted.
It's in the empty void.
Entropy gets head patted.
Hell yeah.
Delightful. And just so you guys know, when we start the actual campaign, we'll probably have our character models by that point. Kian already has theirs, but me, Corey, and Rez don't have ours yet.
I will design myself a DM screen. So.
Yay!
This is what I look like.
I mean, yeah, but that's
old art.
That's not what that's not question marks form, is it?
You know what question mark looks like.
That's true. I don't know what question mark looks like.
Riz, please just make your character
just this little tiny gnome. Just a little halfling. It's just
fairy.
It's just a little wah-wah. Yes, head patting the void. You guys get to head pat the void whenever you want. Oh, so today we're just chilling, we're just chatting, we're shooting the shit. Q's gonna tell us, our Crunchwrap Supreme MD up there is gonna tell us.
MD, yes.
Gonna tell us about.
MD is very important.
About our D&D campaign that we're gonna be doing. You can see on the screen, I don't know why Hubert decided to name the official name of it Hubris Take 2 instead of just Hubris, because I'm going to be showing this.
Well, let me quickly change that. Give me 2 seconds.
Guys, like how I passive-aggressively get people to do stuff?
Don't change it, Q. Don't change it.
I'm sorry, Q. Please do change it, though.
Give me just 2 seconds. I'll change it.
Rez subscribe! Let's go! Kian and Rez both resubscribed today. Thank you. We have special little pop-ups.
24 months. Oh my goodness.
There you go. I fixed it. If you refresh, it should pop up.
Okay. How long is 24 months?
2 years. 2 years?
Damn, homie. It's been 2 years.
My love, you have 2 degrees.
And neither one of them are in math.
Okay. You're right.
It's true. I don't know how to do math. I don't know shit about shit. Leave me alone. And yes, my sound alerts and everything should still work. I don't know if you can throw anything at me. I don't think I have tits on in here because it would disrupt. It would disrupt the serious campaigning we're doing, please. It's gonna just be a lot of hobos. Just a lot of murder hobos. I can feel it in my loins.
Oh boy.
I was gonna do something. I forgot.
What were you gonna do?
Q, do you want to take the reins while I try to remember what I was gonna do?
I would love to take the reins. So, I guess I'll start. I know you guys have already read it, but I'm gonna read it out again. I'm gonna read out my little blurb for this campaign, and then I guess I'm gonna explain.
Are you gonna do it in a voice?
I mean,
I narrate a voice?
Wait. I can pull out George's voice. Who is going to be a character in this?
Yay!
He will be making a return. No,
Yay.
I'll just do it in my normal DM voice.
Yes, the DM voice.
The name of this campaign is Hubris. It is set in the continent of Illyrion at the height of civilization since the great Dracano-Fey War of old. At a time when being a hero is not only an aspiration, but a well-established profession. You'll begin your journey in Fablehaven, the hero capital of the world, known for being the starting place of many a famous adventurer. Whether you've come here for fame, fortune, destiny, your own eccentric reasons, your goal is one thing: to become a hero or villain and leave your mark on this world. But beware, being an adventurer is a cutthroat business these days. With contracts scarce, competitors many, and every man with a bit of gold looking to find a personal champion, his path to greatness may be more difficult than one would expect, and never for the reasons you would hope. So, that is the world we are starting in.
Heroes!
Yeah, basically think everything about this campaign is going to be very tongue-in-cheek, I guess is a good way to put it. Very commercialized. The whole thing about Heroes is you are a commodity now. You are trying to be, think like pop star or
Tiger
movie
and
star,
Bunny.
or that. Yeah, like you are
A streamer!
Yeah, you're trying to be like a Twitch streamer. You're trying to be a...
I wouldn't know how to do that.
Hold on, I gotta leave.
Like, you guys are trying to sell yourselves as a product as much as you are a, an adventurer who actually helps people. This world, like, you're gonna see a lot of, like, different actual celebrity references in this, where they are some kind of famous adventurer. You're gonna have a lot of things like, I'm gonna have, like, a lot of joking brand deals you're gonna have. You're gonna have to deal with, other adventurers who are trying to do the same quest, and it all comes down to who can do it fastest and flashiest. Who can, like, make it their whole thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've got some things planned where it's very much like the quest you guys are going on is entirely fake. There are healers and necromancers in the sidelines, in the walls, basically picking the
In the walls?
back up after you're done with them, because it's all just fake. This is all just kind of like reality TV kind of thing. So
They're in the walls.
Yeah, like, a lot of this is going to be very ironic, but I am planning on having a room for some genuine stories in here. I do want your characters to have, fulfilling arcs is my goal. Everybody's gonna have their arc. I'll work with you as best I can to plan out something that is interesting and personal and ties into the main story. Which I suppose Angel and Corey are going to be able to give the best take of, like, that's kind of how I do my campaigns. Because you guys have sat at the table with me before. You know how I did Kenny and Demetri.
I'm raising my hand even though my hand isn't raised. I gotta tell you, I had the most satisfying arcs with Kenny that I've ever had, like, since I've tried to play other D&D campaigns. They just weren't as fun because Q wasn't DMing them. Q is really good at story, and they're downplaying the fact that they're gonna give you a story. They are. I'm telling you right now, you guys are gonna have, like, you're gonna get DM'd by Q, and you're not gonna want to go back to other DMs. It ruins you. It absolutely ruins you.
I will say, I don't know, Rez, Kian, I don't know, like, what kind of table you guys prefer. I will say, my tables are typically story-focused, if you haven't already picked up on that. I have a lot of roleplay, I have a lot of stories. I would tend towards puzzles more than I would combat. There will be combat, however. My combat is
fun.
I'm very rule of cool.
Yes!
I love when the characters are doing cool things, and sometimes that means the enemies are also going to do things that are, like, possibly not in the rule book, and roll with it. I'm not saying it's possible for your character to die. I am saying that I will usually go out of my way to make sure that your characters don't die.
I will say this, if there's something that's like not supposed to be possible, you know, like say, I don't fucking know, Kian, say I want to throw you like a fucking cannonball into, or you want to throw me like a cannonball into people and like do like a cool kickflip bullshit, you know, kind of stuff that's like more anime than like D&D. Q will find a way to let it happen. Like we'll find a way within the confines of D&D to let us do that. So we can do really cool, fun stuff. Q's not so strict that we can't have fun. It's about having fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll basically let you roll for anything. As long as you tell me, like, hey, I want to roll for this, I'll usually let you roll for anything. The DC may be pretty high, but a lot of things are possible. So if you got an idea, just fucking go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we like having fun here. Trust me, I've done a lot of fuckery that I probably shouldn't have got away with, but Q let me for fun's sake, and it turned out great. Yeah.
I like to. A general overview of what the story of this campaign is going to be is it's going to start, obviously, like I said, it's going to start in Fablehaven. You guys we're going to have to, what today's session is basically we're going to work out why you're in Fablehaven. We're going to work out what your character goals are. We'll go over some backstory. And mind you, conversations we have here are obviously going to be things that the characters don't know in the game. So, but I do want to like work out where you're coming from and kind of where you're going. But if there's something that you're like, hey, I don't want anybody at the table to know this, you can just send me a message privately and we will hash that out in DMs in our private channels.
We also, yeah, that's the reason in the Discord that we have the private channels. I made it so that nobody but you and Q can see them. I can see them because I'm admin, but I promise you I'm not looking at them. I've muted all of them but my own so that I don't feel tempted to be like, oh, I want to see what our secrets are. No, I wouldn't do that. So that's what that's for. Anytime you need to, so for example, say we're in the middle of a session and Rez is like, oh, I noticed that Q mentioned a frog on the side of the road. It's queer that Q pointed out this random frog. Why in the world did Q mention this random frog? Huh. And you go to DM and you're like, would it be okay if I went on a thing about the frog? And because you're not sure, but you could ask Q. And then you would roll and you'd go off and you do a thing about the frog. Q would probably, most likely, that's a side quest, right? Like, that's probably something that Q put there for a reason, and if you were smart enough to pick it up and go after it, you're going to get rewarded for it. But if you're not sure about it, you can always ask. You know, and you don't have to ask in-game because you want to do it secretly or something, right? Yeah, like that.
I will say, my games are usually pretty side quest heavy. I do encourage. There is story to be found everywhere. If you guys get really invested in one thing in particular and you are having fun, I will make more story and more content and more adventure down that path. I do have a story, obviously, in mind, and eventually everything will lead there in the end, whether you think it's going to or not. Like, I don't want to say railroad, but eventually I will guide you towards the main story. But if there's a side quest, there's a character that you want to help, there's a side quest you want to pursue, there's an adventure you want to go on, as long as it's not too insane. Like, I don't want you to suddenly get on a boat and go to an entirely different continent and start Farming Simulator. But like,
okay, Rothmar.
Hey, look.
You and your fucking plants.
Sometimes you just need to grow a tree. It's good for you.
Sometimes you gotta prune something.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to prune.
You know what? I bet you Q saying this now, but if one of you was like, I want to go start a garden real quick, Q would make a fucking adventure for us for that. So
I would. I'm turning literally anything into a story. But the general path is you guys are gonna start in Fablehaven. You guys are gonna pick up a sponsor, and obviously I have a sponsor for you guys in mind. So that will be a little bit railroaded because I do have a particular character who's gonna kind of be the person who's kind of guiding you and kind of not. I think you'll like him, but you know, we'll find out. If you absolutely hate him, we'll figure something else out.
I've hated things before. It's okay. Yeah. We already hate this character. Get him out of here. Rez just hauls off and backhands him. Get out of here.
But you're gonna get a sponsor. He's gonna send you in a general direction of like, hey, I'm sponsoring you to basically go on a quest, but along the way, you guys are going to gather fame, gather fortune, you know, kind of put your name out there, get some experience, and then by the time you get to like the big quest, quote unquote, you guys should be around level 7. And then say you guys are starting at level 3. You're gonna go from level 3 to level 7. And then once you hit level 7, you're gonna hit the main quest. Or at least the main area that you're gonna be doing the quest in. And then it's gonna be 7 through, did I say 15? Or did I say 13?
I'm okay with 15 because I like long stuff. So I don't remember what you said, but I'm okay with that. It's up to how long everybody wants to play.
Things are going to be balanced for whatever level you guys are at. That's typically how I play it. I'm not really big on, oh, you've gotten to a quest, but for some reason you guys aren't strong enough to take care of it. The only exceptions are going to be there are 3 big bosses in this campaign, and those 3 big bosses will have, they are more milestone fights. You can do them in any order, but they are going to be more difficult, and so you're going to need to be higher of level too. You can't just like walk into one of them at level 7 and kill it. But
oh, I guess my tits is invisible. I guess you can still throw shit at me.
Having a seizure live on stream.
Yep, I sure the fuck am, apparently. Oh boy, oh geez. Oh Christ. Okay, yes. Stop it! I'm gonna have to remove that. Chat, thank you for being patient with us. Thank you for allowing us to not be responding to you. I really appreciate that because during the campaign it's distracting to like try to comment everything. We will try to comment to you guys, but be aware that it will be hard to. I see that Kian's been doing that, and thank you, Kian. I appreciate you.
I'm here.
Did you just say you're here?
I'm here.
I'm here, but I'm also designing like a little logo to put on here for our.
I'm seeing that.
Wait, you can. Oh, you've been watching me. Shit, I've been exposed in 4 fucking K. No, I forgot I was streaming to you guys on Discord.
Leave it. Oh my god.
leave it alone. It's cute.
Oh well, you guys.
I've been watching.
You guys tell me if you don't like what's happening.
Please.
I've been mostly watching the Twitch chat, so don't worry, I'm not judging your logo making.
Thank
Although
you.
What I've seen, I like.
To be fair, I use the exact same website for my shit. Hell yeah.
I have a subscription for that website, like the pro. I use it.
Yeah.
Oh god, I wish I had the pro. I can't. I don't have the pro.
I've had it since I started.
Jesus.
Oh, aren't you fucking fancy, sir? Why is my ungrouping not working? I want to delete this top app and it won't let me.
I'd rather just know how to use Photoshop. I can't afford that.
Oh, yeah. I know that feeling. Yeah, so I've been outed. I'm working on a logo.
Oh boy.
I want that to say heroes for hire, not hero for hire, please.
Is there gonna be Fantasy Costco?
Please, God, let there be like a fantasy Costco. That would be hilarious.
There
Samuel's
probably
Club.
will be. I'm not gonna lie, there probably will be. I like to throw a lot of this campaign's gonna be very, it's gonna have a lot of references in it, so you're probably gonna see stuff like that. I know I had a Fantasy Sam's Club in the original play of this game, so.
A Fantasy Sam's Club, close enough. I can't read that. That looks bad. Let me get rid of that. Seduce the DM as an NPC to provide the D&D PNC to reroll the stats to see if they get better. Listen, Q will let you have romantic interests. Q plays like 50 million different characters, and they will let you proceed with that.
I will let you. Obviously, I have a hard rule about anything past a little peck on the lips. It's fade to black, but I will allow. Obviously, because in the original play of Keepers of the Abyss, Dimitri and Kenny were together, and they played out their whole getting together romance arc over, what was it, like 200 sessions? It was beautiful. Oh my god, I loved every moment of it. I was,
I'm glad that we were able. Well, you know what, Q? You're gonna possibly get that again, but in a different way. So, you don't know.
I'm hoping.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I was trying for the come on now.
Okay.
Yes. We ship those boys. They're very hot together. It's almost like we're married. Hey Q, you like my little heroes for hire bullshit right here? I can't tell if that's a hee-hee of I like it or a hee-hee of I hate that, Mom. Can you not?
I like it.
Can you get rid of that? What the fuck's wrong with
No,
you?
I like it. So do the PCs get chances to do rerolls? Or are we talking just like, what kind of rerolls are we talking here?
I have a lucky feat. Can I do rerolls on the lucky feat?
Lucky. I am one of the DMs who allows the lucky feat.
God bless.
If you have a lucky feat, you get rerolls. I also do inspiration. So if something really cool happens, or Mom, if you want to make some kind of like redeem, maybe.
Oh,
it would have to be
yeah.
It would have to be expensive.
Oh, it can be expensive. Lots of people have lots of points on my channel.
I don't want to have a ton of things, but like, we can maybe make a redeem for like give one of the players a player of choice inspiration, or maybe you can have another redeem that's make the DM reroll a roll.
Do me a favor, if everybody could, and this is including chat, everybody who has an idea for a redeem for the D&D specific stuff, if you can put that, us players in our Discord and us chatters, like the Cat Cafe, if you can put that in the D&D section. If you don't have that, the roles section has the access to it. Please put what you would like as redeems in there as suggestions. Because that's a brilliant idea, and I would love that, and I would love for you guys to be rewarded for being watching, so you can affect the story. We can even maybe put some negative ones in there too, and then it would be up to Q's discretion when to use it and if to use it. So please put those ideas in the Discord. I would love that. Rez, I really need to log into your pro. God damn it! All this stuff is so fucking. Pro.
Uh-huh.
I have been reminded by Senpai Slither in the chat. So I know that a couple of you have your character sheets already made. Obviously,
Two.
Mom, you have yours, and Kian, you have yours.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you guys did your stats, but I either allow point by, either point by, or what is the other one? The one that's just like standard array.
I did, yeah.
Array. Or if you guys want to, now they're all sitting at the table, we can do rolled stats. I typically do rolled.
I just wanted to let you know I did standard array. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
Okay. But that's fine. If you want to keep with standard array, that is totally fine. But if Corey, Rez, if you guys want to do rolled, or Angel and Kian, if you want to switch yours. how I do my stats, I do like to have, you know, more powerful characters. So typically what we do is 4d6, reroll any ones, and then drop the lowest number, and those 3 dice. So I just rolled as an example over here. You can't see it because you don't see my dice, but I just rolled 2 3s and a 4. So that is a 10, which not a great roll. I don't roll well, but
The DM, I don't roll well.
you don't want me to roll well. Let's be honest, you don't want me to roll well.
No, we don't.
But what it would be is you do 7 rolls of those, and then you drop the lowest roll, or you can keep whichever 6 of those 7 rolls you want if you want a really low stat for character reasons, and then those would be your stats. Sometimes that can be really great, because if you roll really well, you can get a bunch of like 16s, 17s, and 18s, and if you don't roll well, you're gonna get a lot of 10s. But I will allow you guys to roll your stats if you prefer.
I would like to do that live. I don't know where my dice are. So I could be like last to redo mine. I could let Rez and Corey and Kian all do theirs if they want to do theirs first. Because I just did standard array, but I would much prefer doing that. You know how I like to roll my dice, Q. I preferred the dice roll. So
I'm okay with my point 5 because I specifically set those stats on purpose.
because he's what did you say in chat? He's dumb, but
He's dumb, stupid, strong.
ah yes.
Listen, I based the stats when I played Baldur's Gate, and I may have picked a weapon that made him stupid on purpose to make him stronger, and I just kind of went with it.
Amazing.
I love it. You got one of you guys go first. Like I said, I'm doing this right now, and then I'll find my.
So who wants to be the first? Roll their stats.
Well, hold on, I'm trying to figure out where the heck my computer saves screenshots from. Come on. Because I just did it in DnD Beyond, and I'm trying to upload it. Where are you?
I can't find you. Sorry, I did that wrong. I was being stupid. Sorry, Kian. I ruined you.
You should make the Heroes for Hires part. You should make it like a little wooden sign.
Yeah, I was trying to think of how I wanted to do that. You see what? Because you saw where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That's a good idea. If it's a pro, I'm gonna strangle Rez for his his login. Wooden sign. He's over there like, bitch, I paid for that.
This is what I rolled in D&D Beyond, but I can go get my actual dice and roll if that's more fun.
Where'd you send it?
In general on the Discord.
Am I blind? Is it in the cat general?
It should be in the D&D one, because why would Corey put it in mine?
Hold on.
I don't see it. I'm stupid.
I wanted a fancier sign thing, but
Wait, did you put it in the voice general chat? No, it's not in the voice general chat. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
That's a pretty solid stat line. No,
Yeah.
like 2 16s, that's pretty good. And total like an 18 charisma for a start. That's great.
Dang it.
All right, 12 strength, 13 dexterity, 16 constitution, 14 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 18 charisma. Yep. Dimitri is gonna be strong. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this.
Yay.
Stacked.
Stacked in the back and the front, baby.
Well,
Hell yeah. Well, that's too
Alright,
much.
Kian, do you want to go next?
Yeah, Rez is
What?
quiet because Rez is doing something, I assume, right, Rez?
Wait, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Stats. Do you want to go with what you already have, or
Yeah.
do you want to?
I like
Alright,
the stats.
let me look at. Pull up the stats so I
You're
can
gonna
read
look at
them
them
all.
and cringe.
No, it's fine. Oh my god, never mind. I will.
No.
Yeah. Six, for how do I say your character's name?
You just call him AJ.
Yeah, but they're the
it's
DM.
Ajmi.
Oh, I was gonna say they're gonna need to know how to say it. Ajmi?
Ajmi.
Ajmi?
Ajmi
Oh, draw one.
Drown. Okay, Ajmi Drown. I will do my best to remember that pronunciation. I may have to ask you to pronounce it for me again at some point. I will probably call you AJ most of the time.
Just call him AJ. That even my old DM just called him AJ. He's like, I'm not pronouncing that.
There will likely be NPCs who insist on full name
God.
because story reasons, and character reasons. But I will probably just, when I'm talking to you, I will probably just call you AJ. So we've got 16 strength for you, 12 dexterity, 15 constitution, 8 intelligence, 8
Yeah.
wisdom, and 16 charisma.
Yep.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's, I mean, I'm here for it. It sounds like it's gonna be a great, ooh, an 18 armor class right off the bat. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
He's beefy. He's a himbo.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay. Rez,
Yes.
are you gonna roll your stats, or are you going to do point by or standard array?
So I did some rolls in D&D Beyond because I don't have. I just have a set. I don't have all the dice that I need to roll everything. I guess I could roll them. No, that won't work. So what I got. Let's see. So looks like okay. So my group that I got is 7, 7, 12, 17, 14, 14. So I'm gonna go with the 17 in strength. I'm gonna do 14 in constitution.
You say you got 7?
Uh-huh.
How did we? Okay. Drop
Wait, you
one.
said below. Okay, hold on.
The lowest you should be able to get is an 8.
An 8? Okay.
Wait, am I doing that math right? No, I'm doing that math wrong. The lowest you can get is a 6. My bad, because that's 2 plus 2 plus 2. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 7s are possible. Can you re-roll one of the 7s? Re-roll one of the 7s for me.
Kian, how does this look to you?
Hold on. Zooming enhance. Good. I think you should change the color of heroes for higher.
What color?
Honest to God, just make it black.
Black?
You should see if there's a painted, like a scribble texture. Not texture. A scribble font, so it looks like someone wrote on the sign.
Well, that's what I was
Here.
going for. That's why it looks like that.
I can only see so much. It's in a smaller window. Hold on.
I'm sorry. Hi, Fun.
Make this. Zoom and enhance. Yeah, I like the sign.
Okay, cool. Just so everybody knows, any D&D campaign we do falls under the name Impulse Check, and I'll explain our special mechanic that is the Impulse Check that goes into every single campaign we run that we created later. But do know there is a special mechanic that you're going to be able to use during the campaign, and that's why it's called Impulse. It's Impulse Check basically presents HUBRIS, like that kind of thing. Okay.
So,
Okay. So I rolled another. I just re-rolled another set. Because I got the other ones, but this one is a little bit more even. It's 15, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12.
You don't have to reroll. You don't have to reroll all of them. How about we take one of those 12s and replace the 7 with the 12? And we'll just We'll just call. I like your old set of stats was fine. I liked you having a 17. That was cool. But 2 7s. That's mean. I'm not gonna do that to you.
I was gonna put them in wisdom and intelligence.
Oh no!
You're gonna be the smart one.
One of us has to be. I mean, except for Dimitri. I don't know. Is Dimitri the smart one this time?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
All right, so then that would put me at. I've got. Let's see. Is this with the modifiers on it that it's showing, or?
It should be before modifiers, and then the modifiers get added depending on what race you're playing.
Okay. So base is gonna be 17 strength, 12 dex, 14 constitution, 12 intelligence, 7 wisdom, and 14 charisma.
Oh my goodness!
Hell yeah!
Sounds great. Love it.
We're
Loving this.
out here being heroes and for hire without that charisma.
No, you're right.
That's fine. It's okay. Your guys are gonna have a manager who's basically gonna help with the public image.
Amazing.
Oh, thank God.
Be,
We're gonna need that.
I'm excited. Your guys, as I've mentioned, kind of, I've run this 1.5 times before, so I have a pretty good handle on basically what's gonna be going down. So we should be able to have a lot of fun with it. And Mom, that does leave you as the last person. Do you want to reroll Kenny's stats? Are you ready to?
Give me 2 seconds, Q, because as you can see, I just finished the logo and I am positioning it now.
Oh my God, I love it.
And it goes right above your head.
Hell yeah. I do appreciate the greenery.
I knew you would!
Smoking that ganja. Let's go.
Let's go. How does everybody like the HUBRIS logo? Do you like it? Are you into it?
Very nice.
Sexually, emotionally, or physically?
All. How do you feel all? Are you sexually attracted to it? Because there is a gold coin with an old dude on it. So.
I do like old man yaoi, so yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Glad to have some old man yaoi connoisseurs in the chat.
Yeah, then you're gonna love Rothmar Kjornum. They are the old man yaoi. I love the font style. Yeah.
That was great. I think how old? Like, because Kjornum was like 50s, and then Rothmar was like a couple thousand years old.
That's pretty old. I know. I probably have to go back in and change the R to another color, which sucks because Kian saw how much work it was for me to make that in the first fucking place.
That's not should be too bad. You're just changing the color of one letter at least. So
I know, but I have to resave it and redo the background to transparent and. Yeah, I'll change it, but not right now. You guys can deal with one. You know what? I can put like a circle behind it or something. I can put something behind the logo so that the R shows up a little bit more. Is that what you want? Is that what you want from me, Fawn? Okay, sorry. What were you asking me, Cubert?
Oh yes. Character, your stats. You want to roll them?
Well, let me show you what I have first. So you can decide. Shit. I forget where I'm supposed to go.
I'm pulling it up. Alright, so it looks like you did standard array.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So as it stands, you got a 15 strength, 13 dex, 15 constitution, 13 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 12 charisma. Those are not bad stats. It is up to you if you would like to keep them or if you would like to roll. If you roll and you don't like the rolls, I'll let you keep your standard array.
Okay. I don't know where my dice are. I have to find them. That's a good question, Corey. How old am I making? How old am I making Kenny?
I don't know. I thought you had said you'd.
Well, I kind of briefly. Yeah.
We will get to that.
Because I briefly talked to Hubert about it, but I don't remember what I said.
We will decide all together, stuff
As
like
a
that.
family.
As a family. Yes. I'll just keep my shit to make it easy. We'll let Rez be the most charismatic, and me as maybe the second most charismatic. Maybe. We'll let that stand. Rez, you're gonna have to talk us out of a lot of shit, buddy.
No problem. I have a giant sword to smack people around with.
Good.
I'll talk us right out of it.
Good.
I'm gonna talk us into some good deals. Is what I'm gonna talk us into.
Oh, I love that.
Get that extra gold for that sponsorship.
Yeah.
Can we please do some good sponsorships, Rez? There are some games out there that I would love to represent. You know, like pickleball.
Excuse me, it's gonna be a raid.
Raid Shadow Legends! Please, yes, I want that sponsorship. Yes, please, I beg you.
The sponsorship that paid for my first model.
Me too! It paid for my wedding dress.
Ooh.
Yeah, it helped me get married. You pictured Kenny as early 40s? Ah! The boy's in his 30s at best. He just has a baby face though. Like, I don't think he ever reached 40.
We will discuss. So, let's roll those dice so we can get to character backstories.
Who's rolling dice?
You.
Oh.
If you're gonna roll your...
No, I said I'd keep it.
Oh, alright. Then we've got everybody's stats.
Yeah.
As I do for every level, when you level up, when it comes to your health, you can either take the average, or you can take, because when you level up, your health will automatically update with like what is considered like average health per level, or you can roll your health. But we will go over that when you level up, so you won't have to think about it right now. Anyway, so character backstories. Like I said, the goal is going to be to tie everybody's backstory somehow, eventually, into something that happens in the plot during this thing. But don't let that limit you. Have your character backstory be whatever you want. I have lots of ways to tie things together. So, who wants to take the plunge? Who wants to be first with the backstory? Who wants to tell me about their character first?
Yeah, who wants to tell about their character first?
Oh, that's Angel volunteering.
No, I want to be like last. I want to save the best for last.
Okay, Kenny can be last. Kenny can be last. Who's gonna go first?
I'm also doing shit, sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm doing it for us. You hush. I'm gonna eeny, meeny, miny, mo here if Kian or Corey or Rez don't speak up.
Sorry, I'm trying to find. I wrote a thing in here, and I'm trying to find what page it's on. Somewhere.
Over the rainbow?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Everybody's gay but Rez. He's our token straight man.
Excellent.
The quest for the man milk.
Yay! Straight man milk. Let's go. Let's see.
Alright, so
Alright.
first off, before you hit me with your backstory, what class are you playing?
So class, I am playing I'm gonna play a fighter class.
Alright.
And
alright.
maybe a human fighter.
Cool, love it. You mentioned you want to do something like super, like, quote-unquote generic. I do like it.
Yeah. So that's human fighter. Um, basically, the backstory for the character. So my name is gonna be Maximilian Goldenrod.
Hold on.
Million goldenrod. Let's
Let me
go.
change this to Max now that it's no longer question marks. Max and caps.
Backstory. Do you need anything else before the backstory you used?
Maximilian.
No, just jump right into what you have ideas for your backstory, and I will jump in with DM notes.
Okay. Backstory. So Max is coming to the big city from his small town. He earned a sponsorship from the town's biggest blacksmith by winning the Winter Melee Extravaganza. He started training youngs in hopes of becoming the newest star hero in the land. He has the weight of expectations. Now he has the weight of expectations and a new set of armor and one of the largest swords you've ever seen. Emblazoned across the back of his armor and written large on the blade of the sword is Jacked Blacksmith and Armaments.
Love that. Okay, we are starting off strong. So do you want to, first question, do you want to come from north, south, or from the other continent?
Tell me about the north and the south.
Alright, so, north, the big power up north are going to be your more avian races. So, obviously your Aarakocras and your a lot of Dragonborn are up in the north, as well as the dwarves. The dwarves are the major power in the north. They are under like one of the biggest mountain ranges up there. They have their capital city of, let me pull up the name of it. I can't believe I'm forgetting. Minotaurum. They have their capital city of Minotaurum, which is, deep within the mountains, and they kind of are the major power up there, but there are a lot of human settlements around it that do a lot of trading with the dwarves. Your big influences are going to be the dwarves. There aren't very many elves up there. You have a fair population of Genasi that kind of hedge around where the humans have settled. So
Get nasty if you're nasty.
a lot of especially if you are a blacksmith,
They're
there
used to
would
me
be a
saying
lot
shit like
of
that. Sorry.
blacksmithing. There is a lot of blacksmithing. Sorry for just completely skipping over.
No, and you're so used to me doing that you didn't even skip a fucking beat. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So especially if you are coming from a renowned blacksmith of the area, that's probably that could be a good place. The south is a lot of your more desert races. So you've got a large one of the largest populations of high elves in the south, along with what remains of the bronze dragonflight. So obviously there's not no dragons. There are the dragon queens that are still alive, and so the bronze queen would be in the south, along with the bronze dragonborn territory down there. There would be one of the major magic colleges down there, and the humans are very friendly with the elves down there. They have gotten over their differences from the ancient wars, and they are living peacefully, and they have a major city down there that I would have to look up the name of.
Okay. Well, just based on what you've told me, I think I'll go with the north, and then I guess as an aside, maybe one of my languages could be Dwarven, since that would be kind of in the area, and maybe our blacksmiths deal with them on a regular basis. I don't know something they would do.
What was that?
Yeah. So probably Max's whole thing would possibly the reason.
Hold on, Q. Pause. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah.
Q, did you
was
hear
it?
it?
What was it?
It was a scream.
Yeah,
Like
that
a
actually kinda scared me.
blood-curdling. Yeah, there was like a blood-curdling scream.
Chat heard it.
I didn't hear it.
Oh god, that means it came from your side.
Oh no. You guys
You
are
have a ghost.
You guys are next to the window, and there are children in the neighborhood. So the windows are closed right now, and all the children should be asleep because it is 10:25.
No, honey, that sounded like it was in the microphone, not outside. That was very. Well, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I wouldn't tell you this if it wasn't terrifying and loud. Okay. Fawn, can you clip that, please? And continue.
Lying.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Continue on. It was just very unsettling. So.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. You didn't do it. I'm just now. I'm worried that you have a ghost. That's all.
You might have a ghost.
You might have a ghost, honey. Q?
That was the ghost squealing for happiness from the amazing backstories.
Qbert? Did you not just hear the weird talking that sounded like you but far away?
Oh no, that's my roommate on the couch.
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. Did they hear the blood curdling scream?
Did you hear a blood curdling scream? No, they didn't hear a blood curdling scream either, so I'm gonna listen to it.
Okay, go listen. Go listen to it.
Right now.
It's disturbing. Let them listen to it too, cause
This is a lag spike.
Yeah, sure, Rez.
That was. Hold on, let me listen to that again.
Sorry, that was just terrifying. I didn't mean to interrupt everything. It's just like that was very scary.
Okay, so it sounds like feedback. It sounds like some sort of feedback. It didn't sound like a scream to me. It sounded like a squeal of electronics.
Oh,
But
okay. Let's continue. How does everybody like my idea of putting a silver coin behind the R so I don't have to change everything?
I like it. I think it looks good.
Me too. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. That just scared the living shit out of me.
Yeah. So, Max, I think your blacksmith that you came from, what was it? Jack, what was it again?
Jacked.
Jacked Blacksmith. Okay. You'd have to write that down for me so I can have it perfectly memorized. But I bet your local blacksmith is trying to compete with the dwarves slightly up north. This is pretty difficult. There may be, as you know, dwarves live longer, typically about 400 years versus a human's 100 years. So it is harder for a human to establish a blacksmithing, a name for themselves in blacksmithing when compared to dwarves who do live longer and have longer to establish themselves. So likely you are your local blacksmith's big attempt at getting their name out there. If you can go out there and you can make a name for yourself, and better yet, if you can make a name for yourself among the dwarves, that's going to put them on the map as well. And that's, a big deal. I will get back to you because I don't have any. I don't have any place names at the moment, but we will find a good town name for you to have come from. And I imagine you're gonna get a lot of like, what town is that? Who? From people because as of now nobody really knows where you're from. But hopefully with some, some adventuring, and considering you guys are going to be headed up towards the dwarves. Possibly why your character is choosing this particular group to travel with.
He's just a small-time boy. Limited.
Hopefully you will get both your town and your favorite blacksmith put onto the map.
And by name.
Maybe. No, you will. Trust me.
Type leave the name of it in our chat so I can put it down somewhere.
I was saying it wrong. I've got it written down as Jack Smithing and Armaments. That's
It's okay. We're creating now. No worries. I have to pee.
I'm really shocked.
I think everybody is really shocked that I have to pee, but that's okay. You guys keep going. I made a kick-ass logo for us. Look at that.
Hell yeah.
That's so nice. I like that. I think I did a really good job. That silver coin was a good fix. Go piss, girl. Thank you. I will go piss, girl. You keep on with Maximilian and his weird fucking. God, I just love that name. I just think of the Tiny Toons character.
Tiny Toons?
Do you never watch Tiny Toons? Maximilian from Tiny Toons? Hold on.
Is it Maximilian Goldenrod?
No, yeah, Maximilian Goldenrod.
Alright.
That's a porn star name, and I love it.
Yeah, so this is Maximilian, by the way, from Tiny Toons.
Oh, I see. This is Maximilians.
Maximilians. I can't. Like, you said that, all I thought was, like, this image specifically. The one where he's got all the money. Okay, I'm sorry. I have too much power being able to flash things around. I'm gonna go piss! Damn! Alright, I'm going. I'm
All
gonna go
this
piss.
power and no time to
Enjoy. I'll be right back.
Was a young boy, a father, took me into the city.
Just see him. Oh, fuck me. I just rolled a 1. I'm putting this D20 back in the case.
That was pretty good, not gonna lie.
Alright, so anything else you need to know about?
So does Maximilian Goldenrod have any personal goals past, obviously, his town and his blacksmith?
Yeah, to become the most famous adventurer in the world. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Sometimes you start in a small town and nobody knows your name, but by the end of it, everyone's gonna know Maximilian Goldenrod.
I like it. I mean, a classic, right? It's a classic. I do appreciate that. Does he have anybody waiting for him at home? Family, friends, lovers, enemies?
Yeah. He comes from a farming family. That's why he's so big. He spent a lot of his life working on the farm, moving stuff around and doing what they can to help feed the town. Of course, because they're a farming family, he's got lots of siblings, and the parents are getting older, and so he's hoping to go out and find fame and fortune so he can send money back to his family.
Yeah. Okay. So he's a bit of a family boy. We love that. We love a good boy. Excellent. I'm already getting ideas. Were any of his other siblings interested in adventuring, or was it just him?
No, they were really mad because he left because he's older and he's leaving, and they have to stay behind to work on the farm, and they don't understand why he gets to leave, even though he won this melee tournament and was got the sponsorship. They're still mad because they feel like he's abandoned them.
All right, good to know. We may explore that later. Maybe one of your siblings is gonna come after you. Maybe not. Who knows?
Oh my god, I would love that. I love that.
I love some good sibling drama. That's some of my favorite. All right. I think that's a pretty good basis of who Maximilian is. Who wants to go next? AJ or Dimitri?
So, okay,
AJ?
so can I pitch an idea?
Go for it.
So, my pitch idea is because AJ actually has experience being an actual adventurer, and someone just kind of, because he's stupid, right? So someone kind of just went up to him like, you look like you could, you look like you could probably do good or like be an because he's pretty. He's a pretty boy. He's like, you look like you can do this adventuring influencer bullshit. And he's like, I can do things. And they're like, here you go, dude. And he's like, okay. And they're like, he's too pretty. He's never had experience in his life. Probably he's probably an idiot. And no, unfortunately, he has done things. So unfortunately, like, I don't know. It's a dumb concept. Actual adventurer with experience just gets roped into dumb influence adventures.
No, that's that could be interesting. It could be that your character did adventure work. How old is your character? You're half elf. So half elves have like kind of an in between lifespan in my universe, kind of in between humans and elves. And let's start first. What type of half elf? Are you half high elf? Are you half wood elf? Are you half drow elf? Are you half sun elf, moon elf? What kind of half elf are you?
Hold on, I had written it down. Maybe I didn't, but
Kian, no idea is dumb idea. All ideas are good idea. Until they become dumb idea.
oh no.
Based on if your character model is accurate to what you're picturing AJ as, based on that, I would say you're probably half high elf. You probably came from the south.
I think so. I had it in an old
'cause
document. I don't have it anymore.
The high elves on the other continent are all the really pasty pale, you know, they're kind of up there with the ice elves. And then obviously your elves down south are a lot more darker skinned. They have the sun elves down there as well. So there is a range of skin tones for elves. So you're not like locked in based on skin
Yeah,
tone,
you look like
but
you
if
could
are-
also be a sun elf.
Yeah, you could also be half sun elf.
It's all up to you, dog.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find my reference or not. If I accidentally exploded it.
I like to explode stuff sometimes too. It's okay. I am sorting my dice like a little gremlin.
Yeah, half high elf. Found it.
Half high elf? Okay. Do you want to, so I guess, do you want to have come from the south, or do you want it to have been, like your human or other? What is the other half of your parentage? That's an important thing, because half elf obviously is just your half elf. Are you half human, half something else?
Yeah, he's half human. I wrote his little backstory in the D&D Beyond sheet, but I don't know if anybody else could see it or not.
You know, if we have
I can see it. Do you want me
backstories.
to read it?
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that.
I don't know if anybody else could see it because I was trying to see it on my phone, but it wasn't coming up. So I don't know if that's just something I can see or not.
I will read it. Ajmi prefers to go by AJ, was raised most of his childhood in a small...
Wait, no, not out loud. I'm sorry, I'm shy.
No,
Oh,
Oh, you silly bean. It's
Go
okay.
ahead, read one.
It's okay. Don't be
Okay.
shy. Don't be shy. It's okay. It's okay.
he was raised most of his childhood in the small, desolate village of Kieger, I think is how you pronounce that, by his physically abusive and alcoholic father, Shore.
Aww.
He found most of his happiness in making friends and hanging out with his halfling neighbor, Lafay, and running off into the surrounding forest. He found he had abilities with communicating with the local fauna and flora, but didn't know why. With his best friend's encouragement, he finally got the courage to run away from the abusive household and venture off. As he journeyed and grew older, he realized his abilities led him to follow the path of a paladin, with the Oath of Ancients, and would take up odd jobs here and there assisting anyone in need. Nothing too big, because he was still a rookie. One big adventure led him to meeting back up with his childhood friend, with a few others, in search of a missing child in a mysterious cursed land. During their journey, they came across a puzzle-locked wizard tower. Attempting to break the puzzle led to the summoning of a blue dragon to fight them. Unfortunately, AJ was killed in the battle and his body left to his party members. Thankfully, the curse of the land kept his spirit trapped there, and his party members sought out on a way to bring him back. They thankfully were able to get assistance from locals and a holy church to bring AJ back to his body alive and well. One mission led to another and led up to their group ending the curse in the land and stopping an evil vampiric ruler. So unfortunately, he has a minor, very major experience with vampires. Okay.
Oh my god, AJ, you poor baby.
Sorry, he's cringe.
No, that's great.
He was my first
All right.
D&D character.
So, I am going to do my best to work this into the universe, and tell me if you don't like something I'm throwing at you. So, sounds like AJ's probably relatively old. He probably doesn't look very old because he's a half-elf, and high elves in this universe live about 5,000 years. So, they're old. Most of them are old. Most of them have been around for forever. So you could be anywhere from like 1,000 to a couple thousand years old, depending on how old you want your character to be.
Jesus Christ.
It's up to you. I'm not gonna pressure you on how old you want him to be, but he's probably older. So chances are him and his original party did their adventuring before the real hero, probably towards the beginning of the hero craze.
He's old man.
The old man Yowie. He wants to be an influencer and he's an old man. He doesn't understand the lingo.
I don't think he even knows
Well,
what he's doing.
What it probably was is, he went on, he did all his adventuring, he did all his adventuring back in the day, before the influencer thing really took off. He may have had some fame, some local notoriety, but back when this originally happened, but, time has kind of lost his name because he probably didn't adventure much after that big adventure with the, stopping an evil vampiric ruler.
Understandable,
So you
his
could
ass
say that-
died.
You could say that AJ was grandfathered into the system.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh,
I mean,
Rez.
basically, I imagine AJ did his adventuring. He probably got his bag, let's say, and then settled down, and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna chill." And then, over time, as the whole rise of heroes really took off, and hit its full swing, people were looking at him like, "Well, you know how to cast spells, you know how to swing a sword." I don't actually know what his weapon is, but you know what I mean. You're competent with weapons. Ever since we've known you in this area, he probably settled down somewhere that wasn't super high elf population or longer lived species. So it's probably he's seen people come and go. So the newer people who don't really know his story were like, "Hey, you should do this thing," and he's like, "Well, I already did it once." So
He kind of gets pressured into it.
yeah, you kind of got pressured into it. You got a pretty face. You can
Someone
use
probably
it to.
told him he get mad laid, and he's like, "All right, I'm in."
Gonna get
Yeah,
mad laid.
Possibly whatever got him up and off the couch, so to speak, and along the way, you probably came from more the south. So you're probably traveling up north towards Fablehaven. You're probably for the south of Illyria, not quite the desert. You're probably because there is a pretty thick forest between the desert and Fablehaven.
Thick.
You probably came from somewhere in that region. That was probably where you helped with the vampire and where you ended up settling down.
Hiccups.
You're probably familiar with so you're familiar with this whole adventuring thing, but it's been a while. You're a little bit rusty because maybe it's been a couple hundred years since you've really been doing this, and so getting back in the saddle kind of taking a moment. But you're ready to go.
He's rearing to go, Kian.
Are any of your party members still alive? This is up to you.
I can genuinely ask someone right now. Probably, I think.
If you give I don't know the character. If this is from a previous campaign, if you would rather me leave that out, I totally understand. I don't want to step on toes, because those are your.
You can step on my
right?
toes. And we'll do a little dance. It'll be fine. What? The fuck was that? What do you mean, I was being cute, you know, like a father-daughter dance kind of bullshit situation, like step on my toes. We'll do a little dance. Shut the fuck up over there, Maximilian. I am checking out my dice. You hush yourself.
I appreciate Maximilian. Yeah, probably just, I assume some of them are still alive, but I'm just gonna say, you know what, they're doing their own thing.
Yeah. We'll say that they've all comfortably retired, and they either have families or they're doing their own thing, or maybe even some of them are off adventuring in different parts of the world that you guys aren't really going to be exploring. And they're all living nice, fulfilled lives, and you just ended up getting roped into this idea of like, yeah, do it again, have a new party. It totally, I imagine there's going to be a certain part of AJ that's kind of like, I had a family, and I'm now being expected kind of like, again, you guys are all being sold as a product. Your group is kind of, think of like a band. Think of like One Direction. You guys are being sold as a product together. Like, oh, you guys are such good friends. You're all like a family.
We've never met each other in our fucking lives.
You've never met each other before in your lives. And you're already being expected to be like, no, you gotta be super close to these people. You gotta act like you guys are the best friend, best friends ever, kind of family, whatever. And AJ's probably over here like, man, I already had a family that like I actually cared about. And this is a little weird. Having to pretend like I'm super close to these people feels a little strange.
This is fucked.
But
This is fucked, and I've died before. I know what fucked is.
yeah, especially if you've died before. Like, you've been through the ringer, and now you have to do it all over again. Man, this is gonna be.
But
I
get paid.
You should get paid.
You get paid. And get laid. Haterade.
Let's flip on over to Dimitri.
Oh, Mitri
Hi,
time.
Dad. Are you ready?
I'm gonna.
No.
I should have went to Kian's when we were talking to Kian, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass. So let me just go to Dimitri's now. God, I'm stupid sometimes. Here we go.
No. Okay, so full disclosure, I played this man for like 2.5 years. And so I'm trying to keep the same spirit, but different.
Same.
So I don't have everything totally fleshed out.
That is what we're gonna get. Like, okay, so we're gonna try to flesh out a bunch of stuff right now, and then, if there's still stuff to flesh out, obviously we have 2 weeks after this before we have our first like official session.
Yes.
So we will have time to flesh out the rest of it. So, Dimitri,
Yes.
would you care to introduce the basics of your character?
Well,
Or he's like, no.
he appears to be a tall, lanky, awkward, but like hot tiefling. But yeah, he's not a tiefling. He's a demon. And
That boy's a demon.
he has a complicated relationship with his parents, who are he's like an adult, but in the grand scheme of things, he's still quite a baby compared to them. So they're in a bit of a custody battle. Yeah.
Would you like me to share who your parents are?
Yes.
Your mother is none other than the demon lord Malconthet. Lord of sex, sexuality, all things nasty and perverted, and a wonderful, caring mother who loves her wonderful little boy so much. You must understand. Because he's going to be so strong and he's going to take over the privateerial plane one day. I'm so proud of him. And then your father is, of course, one of Malconthet's oldest flames, the Demon Lord Grazit, who,
Oh my god.
well, he does not. I do not speak to your mother ever because I do not like her, and I do not acknowledge that she is part of you. You are my son, and you will do many great things, and I intend to help you inherit the world. Not my world, mind you. You're not taking over my territory. But we're going to get you some territory of your own. You're going to become a great demon lord in your own right. Perhaps even one day we shall fight a glorious battle, and you will, well, die to my sword, but it will be glorious.
Jesus Christ, Grazit.
And obviously you're going to be my child and not that woman's child. So
Yeah.
that's very important.
For
Yes.
sure.
So, Dimitri, you are a full-blooded demon, and not just a full-blooded demon. You are the child of two demon lords who don't like each other, and are currently fighting a custody battle for you because they can't possibly let the other one win.
Yeah.
They do love you in their own fucked up way, but
Yeah, he's very done with it.
so I had loosely discussed. Oh,
Yeah.
you go.
Oh no, go ahead. I was gonna say he does have a sister.
Yes, he does have a sister, obviously Malconthet's other child, a child that she had with a human. The backstory on that, and I'm gonna basically keep it the same as it used to be, is your sister had a rough upbringing because y'all's, who you thought was y'all's father, was only her father and not yours, was an ardent follower of Malconthet and was performing rituals on Nancy, your sister, in an attempt to glory to Malconthet and all that. So basically your sister, when you guys were very young, when she was about 9 years old and you were, I think about, 3, did we say?
Yeah.
When you were 3, she ran away to the Underdark, where she raised you. And we had discussed in this particular version, basically you both got taken in by the college. The college saw high magical aptitude in both of you. Even though you were 3 years old, but for her as well. You know, a child of a demon. And she had strong magic, and they were like, hey, we can teach you. And so she basically got funding from the college to practice her magic there and look after the two of you without putting too much of a strain on her as a little 9-year-old child. And down in the Underdark, you met your childhood best friend, Kenny.
Heh. Sup?
Any details you would like to give about that? How long did you know Kenny down there before Kenny left?
How long did they know each other, Angel?
I don't fucking know.
So I already mentioned this to Dad, but Mom, I have an idea because of the backstory you gave me for Kenny. So you had mentioned that Kenny left the Underdark with his family because a cult tried to sacrifice him.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, they tried to murder a little baby boy.
My thought is the cult that tried to sacrifice him was a cult to a demon.
Uh-oh. I see where this is going.
When they failed to get Kenny, they went for Dimitri.
Oh, dear God.
They successfully sent Dimitri to the Abyss, and that was the point where he finally met his parents and discovered his true demonic heritage.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry, Dimitri.
No, it's great.
I mean, it works out for you, but I still feel bad. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'm guessing because in the last campaign when we did something kind of sort of like that, Kenny was a baby. I'm guessing that he was older when they finally found him because his parents were really, really good at hiding him, and they were both there. So I'm guessing he got to know Dimitri for a little bit. Not a whole long time, but a little bit. You know what I mean?
My tentative age is you guys were 15 when you were separated.
Oh shit, that's a lot older than I thought. I was gonna say
Do you want to make it younger?
I was gonna say like 10, maybe.
Okay.
What do you think, Corey?
Yeah.
10?
That worked for me.
Yeah, because
So
I
you
want.
guys were- you guys-
I was just gonna
Go
say
on.
I want him to not be able to recognize him right away, but at the same time they had like some good bonding time. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. They know each other pretty well. I mean, Dimitri got there when he was 3. Kenny would have already been in the Underdark because his father was a drow elf and his mother was a powerful moon elf who was generally revered down there.
Mm-hmm.
Because of specific moon elf lore that I will get into at a later date during the campaign. But, so you would have been down there when Dimitri showed up, and due to location of where Dimitri and Nancy were living, and also everything else, just general connections that your family had, yeah, they would have known, like, oh, there are 2 really powerfully magically inclined tieflings that have just moved in next door, and Kenny would have met Dimitri, and Dimitri, you would have gotten to know him pretty well until one day, possibly without much explanation,
Yeah.
Kenny's family just packed up and moved. It was probably one of those things where one day y'all were, play fighting in the, the mushroom field, and the next day Kenny was coming to you going like, hey, we're going topside, and I didn't know about it until like just now. We're leaving like in the next couple days.
That's so sad, but yeah.
Yeah, it was probably pretty sudden. And yeah, it was probably pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume Chandris wouldn't want to dawdle at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Your mother is a tiger mom for sure.
She fucking is.
She was not going to let her beautiful baby boy have any chance of anything happening to him. You have to understand, his well-being is more important than anything else. Anything for my 2 perfect sons, okay? And so if we need to move, we're going to move. So she moves.
No argument.
She told your father, and your father was like, absolutely, ma'am, because I believe your father is a wife guy.
My father
yes.
is pussy whipped 100%.
Kenny and Brian's dad is 100% a wife guy. Anything that your mother says goes. He worships the ground she walks on. It's a very good relationship, but yeah, he is so down bad for her. Even though they've been married for like hundreds of years, and
Yep.
and he is still the same amount of down bad that he was the day he met her, and God bless for him.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
But you know what? I just want everybody in chat to know that Chandra's just as fucking down bad for him. They are disgusting parents. Absolutely smothering and absolutely disgusting with their PDA. They need to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny wants them to stop.
Kenny is scarred for life for some of the things,
He walked in on some shit he wished he hadn't.
Oh dear.
It's like, Mom, this is the fucking kitchen! Oh, darling, I pay for this kitchen.
Your mother's over here like, I'm just trying to show you what a healthy relationship is like. Your father and I are very good to each other and very, we have an excellent relationship, and I just want you to know what you should be looking for in a man or a woman when you decide to pursue a man or something else. support you no matter what.
Mom, you're being gross. Stop it. Stop talking about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to think about it. Stop it. And then Brian comes in and fucking starts in on his conquests, and Kenny blocks his ears and runs away. He's hugging on his ears and screaming. that's the Feathersong household. But back to Dimitri.
Yeah, but so Dimitri, you so one day your best friend just left, and like he told you where he was going. He said he'd try to write, but it's hard to get letters down to the Underdark. It's there's a pretty stiff barrier.
Stiff.
Down there. It's hard to run messages unless you're like obscenely rich, and neither of you guys were obscenely rich. And Kenny's family was always a little bit uncertain about you, probably because even before you could, they could sense the demonic energy in you. They knew that you were a demon. But you and Kenny were friends, and you were like a child, and they figured, well, he's not going to do anything now, and if he does, we'll stop him. So they let Kenny, be friends with you.
Also, imagine them trying to stop Kenny doing any fucking thing.
Oh, absolutely. So your best friend leaves, Dimitri, and you're probably a little torn up about that. I mean, you have to understand, like, you're just a kid. So 10 years old, it heartbreak. Are you guys the same age in this? Before I continue.
Is Kenny younger, older, or are they the same age?
They can be the same age.
Because last time, I think Dimitri was younger.
Yeah, he was younger.
Yeah, let's have him be the same age this time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, Dimitri, you were 10 years old, your best friend vanishes, and that's already going to be a pretty rough time on you. Unfortunately, less than a week later, you are kidnapped.
Amazing.
And fucking murdered.
And, yes, and you are killed, as far as you are aware. And you went down to the Abyss. And, Dimitri, the next, because Abyss time does work differently than surface time. You probably spent a couple years in the Abyss. Which
Fun.
Is it say like, cause up on the surface, that was probably you were probably missing for less than a day.
Yeah.
But you were down there for a couple years, and it was rough. You became very aware because you had been tested for magical aptitude when you were in the by the College of Illusion, which is the one that's down in the Underdark. So you were tested for your magical aptitude. They already knew that you were going to be, go there at some point once you were mature enough to really handle college classes. And just, that sort of coursework in general, heavy magic. But you had to basically learn magic on your own down in the Abyss for a couple years until you were found, eventually, by your mother, Malkuthad, who basically was able to sense through, the fact that she's a demon lord, the fact that one of her spawn, one of her children, was wandering around in her layer of the Abyss. And she initially showed up possibly to just smite you.
Murk
because,
you.
She assumed you were there to challenge her rule down there, and instead she found a 12-year-old demon, covered in mud, more or less, fighting tooth and nail to survive down there, and she went, "Baby, oh, you're so small! Oh my goodness!" And she plucked you up and immediately took you home. And you probably spent a couple months just with your mother, where she was like, "Hey, yeah, so I'm your mom. Tell your sister Nancy I say hi when we finally put you back upstairs." And everything was great. You were no longer having to fight to survive, which,
That's
excellent.
a plus, for sure.
You definitely wanted to go home. You probably asked, like, every other day, be like, "Hey, so can I, because my sister's up there and I don't want her to miss me." And Malcolm was just like, no, you have to stay a little bit longer. I have to catch up. It's been years since I saw you. You were just this small. You were the size of a jelly bean, And so she's very excited to see you until you get kidnapped again.
Oh God!
Oh, good.
Right. You go out basically, I imagine Dimitri attempted to find his way to the surface on his own because his mother wouldn't let him go home, and he was like, look, I just want to go back to Nancy. It's been 2 years. I miss my sister. I've had the worst 2 years of my life. Please let me go home. And you make it just past Malconthet's territory, and you are immediately kidnapped. And that is when you meet your father.
Good
because
lord.
Your father is also able to sense that one of his spawn, and not just any of his spawn, but like a full power, like somebody with the potential to become a powerful demon, is just wandering around. In Malconthet's territory, weird. So he kidnaps you, and then he discovers, oh, I have a son, and you probably spend the next 2 months with your father, who is like, well, I can. Your mother has attempted to corrupt your young, impressionable mind, but don't worry, I am here, and I'm going to keep you from being further corrupted. You can learn in my halls. You can practice with, well, not my sword, but I'll give you a sword. You can practice with a sword. You can practice with magic. You will become a strong, cunning warrior who is, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
He was also very doting, though. It's been a long time since he's had a son that showed promise, and he hates your mother, obviously. Obviously, she hates him too. Don't worry. But he saw potential in you. He wanted to help raise you into something great. This is until the custody battle started. You then spent about 2 weeks in more or less limbo as Malconthet found out who kidnapped you. They had a whole battle that raged on for 2 weeks. Thousands of demons died over you, and eventually they decided that they were going to send you back to the prime material plane, and you are going to eventually come into yourself as a demon, and it will prove in the fullness of time which parent you actually belong to, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They are waiting to see whose powers you most strongly inherit to decide whose child you are. But in the meantime, they are going to do their absolute best to make sure you inherit their powers.
Amazing.
Because you are going to be their child, goddammit. So Dimitri has 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays.
Lucky bitch.
All of his
Nowhere
clothes
near
are
each
designer.
other.
All of his clothes are designer. He's got, granted,
Spoiled little
have-
shit.
for-
That's what he's gonna be.
For balance and stat purposes, your items are not going to be super magical, but your items are all going to be quote-unquote magical. You are spoiled rotten.
They just make his butt look good. Everything.
I love that.
And you then went on to, after you came out of the abyss, 2 years older, but also no time had passed at all. Nancy was like, oh, you were out late tonight, and you were over here like, you're never gonna believe it, Nancy.
You're never gonna believe what happened.
No idea.
You have no idea what the last 2.5 years of my life have looked like. And she went, did you fall asleep for too long underneath a mushroom?
Yeah, sure.
Were you taking bites out of the mycanoids again?
Yes.
I know Kenny always did that, but I thought I raised you better.
Kenny eats rocks, or did when he was younger. I don't know so much about older Kenny eating rocks, but he already fucked his teeth up, so, whatever. AJ, eat
but
rocks
yeah,
with me. Maybe.
Dimitri, you had mentioned you were going to go to one of the colleges. So how did you want to do that?
That's where I'm like, I don't know, because I feel like some sort of incident happens, and that's when he's just like, no, I'm just gonna do this adventurer thing, and he's got like a really shitty persona that's like his adventurer persona, and he has I've been like trying to figure out how to get this to work, but he wanted to be a wizard because deep down he is just a huge nerd. He loves books. He
What a
loves
nerd.
learning shit and everything. But it's just like he can't just do that because his parents are so annoying. They're just ruining everything. And so I don't know if he like actually gets kicked out because he's like, I could be a wizard, but he's a sorcerer.
Gets kicked
And
out of wizard
Yeah, like I don't
school.
know if he actually gets kicked out or he like pretends he got kicked out for like an image or something. I don't know. That's where I'm kind of.
So
I haven't picked a background for him or anything yet either.
So I guess we have some options. One option is you actually did get kicked out. You could have done this for a number of reasons. One is, you know, wizarding school, they kind of expect things to be done in a very specific way. They are, at their heart, old-fashioned. Wizards are always, you know, several thousand years behind the times. Because a lot of wizards are long-lived. A lot of wizards, even if they're a shorter-lived race, have found ways to prolong their life. They like to do things by the book. They're kind of boring. And Dimitri loves to learn and loves to, you know, get into all that shit, but like, there's a lot of times where you want to do something, you want to further magic in some way, you want to experiment, and the wizards at the college go, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't, we're not going to let you do that. That's bad. You
That's
know,
not how
eventually
this works.
Yeah, that's not how this works. And they, you know, eventually Dimitri fucked around one too many times, maybe made like a big kind of scene.
He fucked around and found out.
It could have been it could have just been like a 3 strikes you're out kind of thing, or it could have been he's like, no, I'm gonna go out in fucking style. If they want to control me like this, I'm gonna show them what my magic can actually do.
Yeah.
And you fucked around enough that they kicked you out. Or, flip side of things, Dimitri was like an A+ student. Every teacher there loves him, but you kind of got bored, and you wanted to like go. You wanted to go adventure, and you know, because obviously you're hip and cool and up with the times, unlike those wizards at the college. You know that like, to be an adventurer, it's more than just being good at fighting or being good at helping people. You need to like craft a creative and interesting persona. So Dimitri decided, well, I can go with like the bad boy persona. I can go with the school delinquent, got kicked out, you know, kind of bad student, bad kid kind of whole vibe, even though that's not really who Dimitri is.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to make that genuine, or if you want to make that like a bit that you're doing.
Okay.
And it could be.
I will ponder.
It could be if the outcome is the same. If he left the college, we can leave it a mystery until later. You know, if you want to decide.
Okay.
You know, because it like. Either way, you're telling people, oh yeah, I got kicked out of the college. It can be genuine, or it can be you're lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So your sister very much a I don't want to say she has like a little bit of adventuring spirit. I think your sister has done some work for some of the major, or like the major drow houses that you guys would have had connections to, right? Let me find. I have the old houses here somewhere. Yeah, you guys would have done. House, I'm looking. I can't believe I don't have this off the top of my head.
It's been a while.
Yeah. House Zamoy, and probably also House House Miradol, the two of the drow houses. Your sister probably has done work for both of them. You know, she is a half demon herself. She also went to college, but she's more of a homebody than you are. She kind of has settled for local notoriety.
Yeah.
And just this kind of like, you know, people, like a handful of people here and there know her face, but she just kind of wants to stay home. She's got a bakery that she started, of her own. She kind of inherited it from somebody that she used to work for growing up, and over the years they've gotten older and she hasn't, so, or I mean she has, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
She's young and able to handle the store better than they are, and so she is now taking over the bakery, but she fully supports you going off adventuring. What exactly is Dimitri hoping to do as an adventurer?
God damn it, I did that backwards.
I don't know how exactly it would, he kind of wants to piss off his parents. But I don't know that that would piss them off.
He wants to piss off his parents. I mean...
Or, like, get them to leave him alone, but I feel like he thinks he feels very much like he's locked in to something, and he's like, I don't want world domination. I don't want planar domination.
Becoming a hero, like a genuine hero who's doing things for good and helping people out of, like, the kindness of his heart instead of for evil purposes is...
disgusting.
Would be a really good way to tell his parents, like, I'm not just gonna be your I'm not just gonna be the next you.
Yeah.
So maybe maybe Dimitri doesn't really want to, like, say it out loud because it sounds really cheesy, but like, yeah, he's out here to do good. He's out here to be a good person.
He's gonna be such a good boy. Listen, I'm allowed to say that.
And so I imagine Dimitri, you basically have been traveling on the surface for probably a month or two now, and you are headed to Fable Haven because it's a famous place to get started.
Yeah.
You can theoretically you can get started anywhere, but Fable Haven is where a lot of sponsors, a lot of patrons, a lot of, you know, a lot of people who are looking for the next big thing go.
Okay.
Think I want to be an actor, I'm gonna go to Hollywood. I want to be an influencer, I'm gonna go to LA. You know?
Yeah.
If that's the it place to be. So you're going there.
We're going to LA, guys.
Oh god.
Don't come here. It's horrible.
I don't want to go to LA.
Go there.
All right.
It's stinky.
I'm sorry that was so long.
No, it's fine. I have one more question for Dimitri. What are your feelings towards Kenny in terms of just, like, even just your memories of him? How much do you remember him? How invested in finding him again are you? Does he cross your mind at all?
Yes, but because he just, like, left and, you know, Dimitri was a kid when it happened, he's got that, like, resentment.
Not the
That's
resentment.
understandable.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he probably, like, in the back of his mind is like, you know, it's probably not his fault, but he's still salty about it.
Yeah.
And not that he's, like, created a direct correlation, but it was, like, right after he left was when everything started going to shit.
Oh god, does he blame Kenny? Oh, it would be so good if he found that out and he blamed him. Jorama!
Like, he's just like, yeah, like, we were, like, best friends, and then he left me, and then I was in the abyss, and it sucked. Like, it's just... He's not that he's like spiraled about it, but he's definitely spiraled about it.
He's definitely spiraled about it.
Excellent. We love it. We love a good spiral. All right, so that's kind of where you're at with Kenny's. Is fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like that was your best friend, but fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
So I guess that takes us to Kenneth Feathersong.
Hey yo, what's up, homie?
Tell me about yourself.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
I have to pop out now because it's pretty late.
Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
okay.
I have to sleep.
No, go. No,
Yes,
we knew
yes,
that. We
yes,
knew
yes,
that. I'm glad that we got your stuff first. I'm sorry that we had to start an hour later. We won't do that again.
No, it's good. I'll probably like watch the rest of the VOD later.
Okie dokie.
Okay, bye guys. Good. Have fun.
Bye,
Okay.
Kian.
Bye. It was awesome having you.
Thank you.
Alright, hit me with your best shot. What did you say? Fire
All right,
away.
Kenneth Feathersong, tell me about yourself.
Oh, hold on, I'm getting hydrated. Give me just a second. Ow, I'm... Thank you for the hydrate. I forgot to move my pop-ups, too. Sorry, my pop-ups need to move, because that's gonna be dice cam later. Okay, God, where do I even start? How do I even start? Kenneth Feathersong is a child of a... How famous is his dad? Pretty fucking famous, but how famous?
Yeah, your father fought in a pretty massive war down in the Underdark that was between the Drow elves and the rat folk.
Oh God, not the rat folk! Oh no, Lear's gonna kill me.
The Ripping Army.
The Remy Army! Jackie's just the leader.
It was okay, so the rat folk basically it was influenced by a demon lord, funny enough, and they basically were corrupted en masse and started trying not only to take over the Underdark, but they were starting to break into even Dwarven territory, and it was this just massive horde, just hordes upon hordes of rats just pouring into everything. And your father was one of the major generals. He came from a pretty...
Sorry.
He was... what was your father's name? I'm struggling to remember it, because it's been so long.
Oh, bruh, I don't fucking remember.
Let me see if I have it in my old D&D.
And if you can't remember, we can always make him a new one. I wasn't attached to his name because in the last one he was dead, so I didn't even know him. It's all new to me, bro.
He has so many names. My God, I'm scrolling through this, and we're caught between. So I'll have like names and like meanings of words, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll come up to a note in my stuff that's just Dimitri has no gag reflex.
No.
And then we'll just move on right back to normal things.
Amazing.
I agree.
Well, I feel like we need to go through a lot of that, and like I'll re-roll for stuff.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that's a fun. I will let you know, Rez. That's a fun thing from our old campaign. Was anytime somebody makes a joke about like, oh, is that your character's kink? You can roll for it.
You better watch the fuck out. Q will make that a thing, okay?
You can for on a scale of 1 to 20, because it's a D20. You can find out how into it your character is. With 20 obviously being the highest, and 1 being nope, that is an absolute no.
That's funny.
That is
We
funny.
do not have a name for your father, so do you have any name in particular that...
I don't know elf names like you do. His name is not gonna be Coot. No. That's not my father's name. AJ did not die. Kian had to go to sleep, so Kian is temporarily out of order. That's what I'm gonna put up when somebody can't be here. They're temporarily out of order. You are new here, Ellis Death. I don't know why you think I'm going to name him that. No.
What about Hoot and Coot?
Hoot and Coot.
Oh my god.
Listen, I'll let that be a nickname that his generals and warriors all called him on the field for some bullshit reason, but that's not his name.
Or that's the name that, like, children call him, but then he's like a fearsome warlord or whatever, but then the children call him Hoot.
Mr. Hoot and Coot! And he lets it slide because he loves children. But real name, I don't know.
How about this?
Viserys.
Alar Feathersong.
Mattis, Alar, Mattis.
Mattis. Mattis. Mattis Alar Feathersong.
Cool, I'll just call him Dad.
Yeah. He would have been a famous general. Your mother was or still is, a renowned priestess of Elune.
Mm-hmm.
The Moon Elves are revered by High Elves and Drow Elves both. Moon Elves in general are very kept in very high regard because they are all direct descendants of Elune herself.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is many generations at this point, but they are still revered for having quite powerful magic. And again, direct descendants of a goddess, direct descendants of the moon. And so most cultures treat moon elves with a high amount of respect. Drow elves especially consider them to be almost like demigods. With even half moon elves being considered, sacred.
Yeah.
And your mother was a full moon elf. There aren't many of them left, and their lifespan is kind of...
Thank you for the follow.
Moon elves lived...
Sorry, we just gotta follow her for General Hoot and Coot. Thank you for the Hoot and Coot.
Excellent.
Oh god, okay. My mama, very, very important priestess. My papa, very, very famous warrior.
They met during the war. Together, they were some of the most famous. I guess they headed the war efforts, and their exploits and heroic deeds are legendary. Your mother, namely, was among the people who broke the curse on the rat folk, helped break some of the corruption so that they could be free of the demon lord who had corrupted them. And so she is especially well known for that.
Aww, Chandris.
She helped bring an end to the bloodshed, basically. Your father was obviously very instrumental in, like, holding them at bay and keeping people safe and everything, but your mother was the one who kind of went out there and was like, no, we have to find a way to... We don't have to kill them. We have to find a way to not kill them, because, all of this unnecessary bloodshed broke her heart, and she wanted to put a stop to it. So they helped with that. They ended the war. They were fairly active in the rebuilding efforts, and once everything had been rebuilt and all was good and well once again, I just got an ad break. Do I need to wait until the ad break's over? Can they hear us while the ad break's going?
They can't hear us, but they should be subscribed anyway.
Oh my god.
Wow, not the punishment for the ones.
sub to the channel and you won't have this problem. But, yeah, no, I assume at that point is when they had their first baby boy, Brian.
Yeah, they waited until everything was settled down, until both of them were, you know, in a place in their lives where they were really ready for children, because they wanted to be able to give you guys their full attention. And so it was only then that they had Brian. Brian is about 12 years older than Kenny. And you have to think, elf years, things are a little different. So you guys are, by elf standards, pretty close in age. They had Brian. Everything was great. Your mother loved having a child. Your father, you know, raised him as best he, you know, could to be a warrior like him. Your brother's a rogue in this universe, correct?
Yeah, we switched. I mean, he was a ranger before, but whatever.
Oh, he's a ranger! I forgot! No, yes, the combined influence of your father...
No!
Fighter.
He's still a poor baby. He's still a ranger.
We're making him a ranger.
He's
No, I love
never
him.
gonna escape the fucking ranger life.
God.
Poor Brian.
Hey, I'm a great ranger. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just being a ranger at all is a fucking disappointment, Brian.
Well, it was your mother's spirituality and your father's skill with a blade and with a bow, and your brother ended up being a ranger, and so because of this, because of that he became a ranger, and you ended up taking after your father, but. I'm getting ahead of myself. Your mother and father decided after Brian, you know, after he was a little bit older, they decided, you know what, we are ready for another child. And that is when they had you. And you were raised in a very loving household. They lived out in the, equivalent of the countryside for the Drow Elves. Out in House,
I said
House
that
Moy.
wherever we lived was like where they probably put like the big Loon temple, like out in the
Yes.
because that's where Chandris did her
okay.
shit.
Yeah. So it would have been out near House Zamoy,
Mhm.
which is out basically in the equivalent of the countryside. It's quieter out there. There's more room. There's a very sprawling temple, where like lots of magic has gone into. Sorry, I just dropped the dice.
Wait, what did the dice hit?
We're gonna find out once I pull it out. What did the dice hit? A 5 on a d6.
Oh shit. On a D6? That's good. Something lucky should come from
Yep.
that.
Well, I guess the lucky thing is that your family happened to move around when you were born, because they had been living in the big city with Brian, right? Because they were obviously helping with rebuilding efforts, so they were kind of at the heart of everything. But when they had you, they decided, you know what? We want to be closer to Chandris' temple, so she stops having to travel so much to do her job. So they moved out to the Zamoy territory.
Zamuvafu.
The Zamuvafu territory.
Yes.
Out near the Temple of the Loon, they found a really nice place. And it just so happened that your next door neighbor, about when you were 3 years old, Kenny, ended up being Dimitri, a little tiefling who
Aww.
was your best friend.
What a cutie.
You guys met on the very day that he moved in. He was outside, levitating a rock.
Ooh.
Because, little tiny sorcerer learning magic for the first time, already magically inclined despite being this big.
Already
Jelly bean.
being a little baby.
And Kenny, you went out there and you went, no, that's not what you're supposed to do with them. You're supposed to eat them. You're supposed to rock and you put it in your mouth.
And I
And then
sure
you were
did
back.
crunch.
Oh no, that's right.
And you chipped it
Teeth
too.
everywhere.
I gotta tell you, Kenny got kind of fucked up teeth, and he's got a gap in between his teeth because he done fucked his poor little baby teeth up. So when his teeth grew in, they grew in kind of wrong.
Dimitri, that was your first memory of Kenny, as he took your
Yep.
rock and he ate it.
I'll take the rock and eat it.
Best friends ever since. Some of your, because obviously, as you grow, you do occasionally shed your horns and grow them back, Dimitri. But some of your baby horns did have teeth marks in them. I assure you.
Oh, they was good for
Do not
nibbling.
doubt that.
And every time you'd lose a pair and grew a new one in, he would insist on biting them again, so that
I needed to leave my mark, so you always knew Kenneth was here. You're my best friend. You can slice my hand if you want. That kind of shit, yeah.
What?
Hey, that's just the way he thinks, okay? Leave him alone.
Okay.
Baby
He's
boy.
inherited some strange rituals from the drow elf, side of things.
He sure has, poor baby.
But he means it all, which is the most sincere intent possible.
Oh, yes, he does. So essentially what had happened was that the cult that needed to sacrifice Kenny because I assume in this world moon elves are still rare.
Yes, very.
Okay, so their best bet was they can't get Chandris, so they found out that Chandris had a smaller child that would probably be much easier to kill, and they could sacrifice because they just needed moon elf blood, yeah. And so they attempted to kill Kenny, but they forgot that Brian is also a very famous hero. He's a very big celebrity since we're doing this the streamer-ish type of like thing. He's very charismatic. That boy gets laid a lot. And I'm assuming Brian is the one who saved his baby brother from that.
So basically, the cult that came after you was a cult to the same demon lord who originally corrupted the rat folk.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to attempt to sacrifice you to summon the power of the demon lord again and try again with the war.
Mm-hmm.
And who better to sacrifice than the one who originally broke the corruption?
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't get Chandris, like you said. But they could get her son. And that almost was even more symbolic. Like, oh, the true product of peace, So I imagine that's one of the reasons Brian and you to a certain degree were famous growing up, is you guys were seen as the true symbol of peace in the Underdark. Because you guys were the product of two of the most famous people that came out of that war campaign, finally settling down and going, we have set everything right, everything is peaceful again, and now we are going to have children. This is a symbol that the war is really over.
Yeah.
And so both of you were kind of celebrity kids,
Oh no, Nepto baby.
Oh, babies.
That's Brian's a Nepto baby. Where Brian leaned into it, Kenny did not.
Well, Brian absolutely leaned into it. It got him a lot of, as he was growing up, attention, everything. Sponsorships, once he decided he wanted to be an adventurer.
Monies,
he never...
ladies, men.
Oh, yeah.
Anything his debauchery wanted.
Anything he wanted. Do you think your brother probably spent some time on the surface?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Your brother's kind of been all over. It was one of those things where your brother would be gone for a year and then would come back for a year and then be gone for a year and come back for a year, and
Sometimes he'd come back and he'd bring a girlfriend with him, and then he'd leave again and he'd come back with a different girlfriend. And you guys just stopped asking.
It's like, oh, what happened to so and so? Ooh, Kenny, don't mention her. You know, it's like, oh,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was definitely a case of like your brother was kind of living at large. He was really enjoying the fame.
of course he was.
But Penny, when you were about 10 years old, and your brother would then have been about 12 years, 22? No. Yes, 22 years old.
What is math, Hubert?
I might make your brother a little older.
He can
I'm
be
gonna say-
22. I
I'm
don't mind. Either way is fine
I was
with
gonna
me.
say, well, I mean, if he's been doing this adventuring thing for a hot minute, he was probably more like 25.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
So
works.
you guys had a 15-year age gap, right?
Mhm.
Where you got kidnapped, and he was the one to basically notice you had gone missing first, and instead of telling your parents, he decided to go off and rescue you himself. And it was a bit of a sensation, a sensational news story at the time. Didn't reach Dimitri's ears, because I imagine, Dimitri, you were 10 years old as well, you were not clued into the news. But among the people that were clued in, it was kind of sensational, of like, ooh, cult tries to kidnap the child of Chandris and Mattis Feathersong, and is rescued heroically by his older brother, and it is a big deal.
Oh man, it just adds to the story. It just adds to the fame. Oh, Brian, you ate that up, you little shit. Oh, Brian.
And then your mother decided, and your father too, they both looked at each other and went, look, we're going to have people after us forever down here. I imagine this wasn't the first time that people had come after them because of their help with the war campaign, but this definitely was an instance of like, oh, this is like serious.
That's
They
our
got
boy.
closer.
Yeah.
They got too close.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they decided after that, they're like, nope, it's not worth it. We are leaving. We had a good time in the Underdark. It's sad to leave our homeland, but we care more about our children.
Savage,
And
but we out, bro.
Yeah. They packed up, and within like 72 hours, you guys were gone.
Damn.
It was. I mean, they stuffed everything in the portable holes, and they left.
They sure
Oh,
did.
man, portable holes.
I love portable holes.
Your family had access to the resources and also access to the teleportation magic to basically just leave.
Yeah.
And they did, and they moved up to the surface. Where on the surface do you think Kenny was from?
What is the most city place? Like, what is the most... I'm an elf. I have privilege. I am in the city.
Oh!
I am a Nepo baby.
Yep. Not Kenny. He doesn't want to be, but Brian would.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Kenny was raised so sheltered, he doesn't understand how the world works. Think you understand what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
if Kenny's hungry, he just kind of, there's suddenly food there. If Kenny gets attacked for, I don't fucking know, some reason on the road or something, there's like probably a bodyguard or his family. He doesn't get to leave the temple a lot of the times. He was homeschooled. He's very, very sheltered because from before he was able to like run around and like be a normal kid and stuff, but after his attempt on his life, his parents and his brother got very, very overprotective, especially Brian. who kind of stalks him a little. Keeps tabs on him, hires people to follow him, shit like that. His mom probably has a locator spell on him at all times and all this other shit. He wants to understand and learn the world. He wants to earn his own fame. That's where I'm coming in with Kenny. He could easily be the most nepto kid in the fucking world and just get the whole world handed to him literally on a silver platter, but he doesn't want that. He wants to earn it. He wants to actually help people like how his mom and dad did in the war. He has been raised seeing how this has, like, affected Brian and how Brian changed and, like, how Brian just kind of gets what he wants when he wants it. You know, which makes Brian kind of he's a bit of a spoiled brat. He gets what he fucking wants. You know, if you tell Brian no, it's not going to end well for you. I'm not necessarily saying Brian's a bad person, but I'm also saying that rich people do bad things and think they're right.
Yeah.
Kenny's seen that, and he doesn't want that. He wants to be a real hero. He understands that he's going to have to earn it and go through it and, like, grind for it and the sponsorship. Like, so he's going to go into this not telling anybody who he is, right? Like, he's going to try to dull his shine as much as possible. He's not going to use his last name. He might even give you guys a fake name. He's trying to, like, he'll probably be coming in with, like, a hood up, you know, try to disguise himself by, like, he grew out his hair and stuff, because the last time people saw him, his hair was short, you know. He just doesn't want to be in his family's shadows. He wants to learn his own way, you know? And he's never had a friend outside of his family and Dimitri. He's had people around the temple. That's all I was going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, so the name of the city you came from was you guys moved to a different continent. You guys went to Kalkira. And so originally the Underdark is is in Illyrion, the bigger continent. You guys literally went across the ocean to Kalkira. You went to the High Elven city there, the big one, which is Rinadal, and that's where you guys would have lived. And yeah, it was like. It was the city, and so definitely Brian's fame and your parents' fame also carried them there. Mm-hmm. There was a little bit of unease because your father was a drow elf, but your mother basically overpowered all of that. Like, your mother was a moon elf. They were going to.
My mother was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, basically, your mother was like, "No, he is a war hero." And people knew that. Like, your father had, like, a little bit of, like, the very racist, he's one of the good ones shit thrown at him a lot.
Yeah.
But, a lot of it was overpowered by the fact that he was famous, and your mother was also famous and a moon elf, and nobody dared speak against her. And Brian looked a lot like your mother, so he was also fit right into that whole Kenny wanted so far away from that he went back to Illyrion. He has, like, left the continent. You are in a different continent than your family.
And I'm trying to not look like a moon elf. I can't hide the silver in my red eyes, and I can't hide how my skin kind of glows a little bit in the moonlight, but I am trying.
You are doing your best to look like a drow elf. You want to be Kenny. You don't want to be Kenneth Feathersong. You want to be Kenny.
I want to be Kenny.
So you have come to Fablehaven, which kind of as far away as you can get from your family's influence.
And as far away from my family as possible. Yay! They can't find me, he thinks.
Yeah, you're not in the Underdark. You're not in a High Elven city, and when you're looking for sponsors, you're specifically going, don't put me anywhere with the elves. Please send me to places without many elves. I'm trying to disconnect myself from that, because a lot of elves are going to recognize the name Feathersong.
Oh, yes, they are, and I don't want any any of that.
Because mind you, while your mother and father were renowned war heroes in their own right, your brother has made a name for himself. The name Feather Song, because I think your brother didn't even really go by his first name all the time. He was Feather Song. And everybody fucking knew him.
Everybody knows
he's
Feather
notorious.
Song. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, Rez. Even from your small town, you probably know the name Feather Song.
I hear it sung on the feathers,
Yes.
on the wings of the birds.
On the wings of the feathers. Yeah, he's not gonna use that last name. It's gonna have to come up at some point, but it's not gonna be from Kenny. He's gonna be like Peter Griffin in that one episode where he's trying to like fake his name, and he's like Peter Griffin. Peter, damn it! Like Feather Song. Ah, fuck! Like, no. Hopefully, he also hopes that if he even says anything, they might not believe him. So
This is also true.
he's banking on that.
You were sheltered. People knew of like the youngest Feather Song, mostly in terms of the fact that you were kidnapped as a child and then rescued. Like that was
And
was definitely your big moment of fame.
They're probably expecting a lot out of the youngest Feather Song, which is another reason why he's like, I don't want to be that. What if I fail? What if I do really fucking bad and I ruin everything for my family? Oh, God, no. Let me out of here. I don't want this.
We love complicated emotions.
Yep. So that's that. Also, Kenny's a bit of a klutz. I don't want to say his dad is disappointed in him. Especially compared to his brother. But I think his dad might be a little disappointed in him.
I don't think it's complicated, right?
Yeah.
Because your mother and father wanted great things from you. They basically wanted you to do what Brian did, but they never gave you the chance. Anytime you would come, because when Brian went out and decided to make a name for himself, he did it in ways that they were prepared for. They were like expecting. He kind of let them grease the wheels for him a little. When they were like, "Oh, we have a connection to this person," or "Oh, there's a quest over here that we've heard they need somebody for, and you can go do," and "Oh, there's like this party who's in need of some range support," you know.
There
like,
went Brian.
Be a good fit for, and Brian would just go, whereas you would find things on your own. You'd be like, "Hey, there's a bunch of people over here that I think need help with this thing, and maybe I could," and they would go like, "You can't do that, darling. That's like, you can't do that. Like, we don't really want to be you have to understand the political ramifications of what you're doing, okay? Going out and just helping people, you're going to cause a reputation to be built, and you need to be very careful of your reputation, because your reputation reflects on not just you, but all of us."
Oh, God, you know that got into his head.
And they tried to be gentle about it, but especially after you guys moved and your father was already dealing with like, and you and your brother too were already dealing with kind of a little bit of the racism aspect.
Yeah.
Your mother especially became a tiger mom. She didn't want you guys to be discriminated against. She didn't want your actions to reflect badly upon you because of the fact that you were such and such race.
Yeah.
She wanted you guys to be safe and happy, and in doing so, she kind of smothered you.
Yeah, she did.
And because all of your opportunities to go out and be like Brian were kind of suppressed, your family kind of looks at you as a little bit of like you're not as precocious as your brother is, but it's okay. Like, we still love you.
I'm not as precocious as my brother. That is definitely a word to use for it, Ma. Precocious. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah, I can see Kenny resenting his family a little bit. Oops. Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
And it wasn't like they never they didn't want like they didn't want to smother you, and they do love you dearly.
Oh, yeah.
But it just, you know, and especially as you got older, it became, you know, it became more and more of a struggle between you and your parents.
Especially because he's klutzy, and he probably got hurt a lot.
It does, yeah, that also didn't help. Some of your attempts to go out and be a hero resulted in you getting hurt, and obviously your mother was like, well, no, now you have to, like, stay home for several months because I don't trust you to go outside, more or less. Like, I don't trust you to go do adventuring things. Look at you, you got hurt. What if you got hurt again? Think of what that would do to me and your father if I lost my child. Like, think of the damage that you would do to the family if you died.
Yeah, there's probably a really bad one was the last one. And that made him decide, that's it, I'm fucking going. Like, I gotta get out of here. Like, it was probably pretty bad. He probably fucked up really bad. But he probably fucked up for not the reason you would think. I'm not as smart as you as, like, coming up the reasons why, but it was probably not his fault. But his parents saw it as it was his fault, and that he could have died. And they're like, that's it, you don't leave anymore. Nope, You're done. We're sending you to some place where you're not gonna get hurt. Or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it was like your first adventure that you were actually being allowed on. It was, you know, it was you'd finally given in to them. You'd finally let them coordinate a mission for you. You'd let them put you in a group of people. You didn't know any of the people. You didn't even particularly like any of them because they were all a bunch of rich kids, a bunch of rich high elves who were kind of fucking annoying. All about, like, well, get a good angle while I stab this goblin, you know? Like, catch me on my good side. I need to polish my armor before we go out, like, you know.
Why don't we just talk to them? Talk to them! No. I need my kill count to be high.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I get that.
And Kenny decided to go off on his own and try to do the quest
as he does.
His own way. Because he was convinced he was in the right, and he was. But it didn't matter because he ended up getting hurt. And, possibly Brian had to come and swoop in to save the day again.
No, he definitely did.
Because your mother and father were like, well, we can't, you know, our child is in danger, and so Brian got sent out to go save you and rescue you, and this whole quest that was supposed to be your moment to finally shine ended up just being another notch in Brian's belt. And your mother was like, well, we're locking you in the temple, more or less, and you're, you know, 1,000 more hours of sword training, and you can't, we can't let you get hurt. She was just very worried about you, and the result is Kenny finally snapped and was like, I'm going.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Do you think he keeps in touch with his parents, or is he trying to keep them as out of the loop as possible?
He didn't tell them that he was leaving.
So he doesn't have any contact?
No content. Oh, yes. His parents, his brother, they're all probably looking for him, and he just deuces. He deuced the fuck out of there. He's not a rogue anymore, so he probably actually got help from somebody in the temple. Lord help me, I don't know what Brian will do to that guy. But they got him out. They got Kenny out. He felt like a prisoner. He told the person. He's probably known the person like his whole life. Like, they're probably somebody who like lived with them.
His name was Devo Galethorn. You called him Dev.
Dev! My main man, Dev!
And Dev had his own issues with how things at the temple were going,
and you were kind of, for him, like, he's living a little vicariously through you. He was basically like, I can't get myself out of here, but I can get you out, and you can go and be your own person. Because he was a full moon elf himself, and so he has a lot of expectations put on him. And
Yeah.
so he wasn't able to leave because moon elves, as much as they are, you know, revered and everything, there's a lot of expectations because of that reverence and power. But he said, you know what, you can get out. So he put his own reputation and genuine, like, life, considering
Yeah.
how your parents are, on the line to get you out.
Parents are gonna probably torture this poor man. Sorry. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm not you. But yeah, so Kenny got out. He covered his tracks. Like, paid people to make sure his tracks were covered. Like, paid a lot of money to make sure that they wouldn't be able to find out where he was going and shit. He's hoping to start over, and by the time they find him, he's hoping that he's already made a name for himself, and he can say, I told you I could do it. I didn't need you, and I could do it on my own. So that's what he's doing. He knows they're going to find him eventually, but he's trying his best to do it by himself.
Excellent. So obviously we don't have Kian at the moment.
I miss
but
you, Kian.
With those is our so that's our group of adventurers. We have Maximilian, who is a representative of his local blacksmith, Jack Smithing and Armaments, and he is here to make a name not just for his town and for his blacksmith, but also for himself. And he has come to Fablehaven, the best place to start out, hoping to find his next big sponsor. AJ is a paladin of the ancients who was an adventurer once, settled down, had a quiet life for himself, but, you know, a little too pretty to just stay put. Unfortunately, people started, you know, kind of getting on him and going like, hey man, there's a lot of money to be made in this adventuring thing. I don't know if you've ever thought of adventuring before, but... And he went, wow, I adventured for years back in the past, but might as well get back on the horse. And he got kind of pressured back out to the wolves. And he is starting in Fablehaven in hopes of, you know, kicking off some of that dust and finding a new sponsor, because God, adventuring has changed so much in the last 1,000 years. He has to relearn a lot of things, but he's here and he's ready for it. Dimitri, you have left the Underdark for the first time since being in the Abyss, and you are a young sorcerer who has his whole celebrity persona already out and decided upon, and you are going to go be a hero as well. You kind of got that bad boy delinquent thing going on, whether that really is who you are or not. And you've got some trauma from the fact that your best friend abandoned you to get kidnapped by a cult. Thanks a lot, Kenny.
Sorry.
It's fine, because you're gonna prove your demon parents wrong, and you are going to go be a brave and, most importantly, good adventurer. And Kenneth Feathersong.
Nope, just Kenny.
Just Kenny. You are a sheltered half moon elf, half drow elf that has come first from the Underdark and then from the high elven city of Rinadel, where you have lived in the shadow of your war hero parents and your adventurer brother for your entire life. Eventually, they smothered you one too many times, and the camel's back broke under all those straws, and you took off
like a thief in the night.
Like a thief in the night, without telling anyone where you went. You have made it to Fable Haven by boat and by cart in the hopes of finding a sponsor who, first off, isn't gonna know that you're a feather song, and second off, is willing to take a chance on a young drow elf who is desperate to be a hero, to prove that he actually can be.
I can do it. You just gotta give me that one opportunity, that one shot, that one mom spaghetti.
And that is where we will pick up on the 11th of October.
Yay!
Just to give you guys a quick idea of what next session is going to look like, we're going to lead off with everybody. You guys are going to already be in the town, but I'm going to go through short little character-driven, like, you're interacting with the town, where you going, what you doing, give me an idea of your character. I'm going to have NPCs for you to interact with, but within that first, I would say, hour of the session, I'm going to have you guys all in the tavern, where it's,
A real-life tavern?
It's called the Hero's Tavern. Or I think it's the Hero's Rest is what it's called. And it is exactly what you'd expect. The Hero's Rest is the place to get a sponsor. It is everything your stereotypical adventurer's tavern must be. And that's where you will start. You will get a short quest that you will be expected to complete by the end of the session. And it will be easy to complete, don't worry. And once you finish that, you will get your patron, and that will be session 1.
That's so
All right.
exciting. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
We should tell Rez, because we didn't get a chance to tell Kian, we'll have to tell Kian later. We should tell Rez about what the impulse check mechanic is.
Go for it.
Okay, so the impulse mechanic is basically exactly what it sounds like. So you know how we, almost all of us have like ADD or ADHD, Rez?
No,
And-
sorry, what were you saying?
And we have like these weird, intrusive, impulsive ideas and like things that we say. Well, the impulse check is actually pass or fail if you do it. So, say I'm like, man, I'm not thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to like jump off that bridge. Somebody calls you out like it's a fucking Uno, and you have to impulse check. You have to pass or fail if you actually do it or not.
Yep, and it's
So don't
one.
voice your intrusive thoughts, is
No,
what
do
you're saying?
it. It's funny.
Well, go ahead. If it's, do anything for the bit.
Yeah. Do it.
Remember,
Do it for the bit.
I will not let anything truly fuck over your character.
Yeah.
I'm not a mean DM. So
Are there
if
any
you
outlets
got,
in this world? Maybe.
if you come across an electrical outlet in this world and you decide you want to stick a fork in it, you'll have to roll an impulse check, or you
Mhm.
can just do it. But like, I'd recommend if you have like a thought where you're like, this might end really badly, or it might be really good, and you don't know, impulse check. 10 and
Yeah.
up, oh no, it's 11 and up. You pass the impulse check, and you don't have to do it. 10 and below, you have to do the thing.
You fucking fail,
Okay.
Rez. 10 and below, you fucking fail. I love impulse, like the impulse check. When we came up with that is like the coolest fucking thing. Hold on, why the fuck is this not transparent? It's like the coolest thing we came up with. I felt very cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah, we worked very hard on it. I would like this to be transparent. Hold on, everybody. Hold on to your gourd your loins, everybody. I need to put a filter over this because
Did
for
you say
some reason
gourd your loins?
gourd.
Yeah, you've never gourded your loins before?
Yeah, you
I
gotta
say that I have.
you gotta gird your loins, baby.
Girded loins is my favorite way to.
It is autumnal time.
You should put that, Corey, you should put it in the angelisms.
No! You leave me alone! You stop it! I know stream is censored. I don't know what's going. How am I supposed to chroma key this? How
Was it gored your loins?
Yep.
Why are you so mean to me? I don't remember how I originally chroma keyed this. Hold on.
Oh, I see you in there.
Gored your loins.
As you do.
I guess. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. I guess that's coming back. The angelisms.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I say a lot of stupid ass shit. Thanks, guys.
We're not the ones saying it.
No, but
We're
you're the
just-
ones recording
We're
it.
just reporting on the facts.
You're just
facts on the
reporting
ground.
on the news. Do you guys like having the little avatars on the screen running around while we're playing? Are you guys cool with that? Because I kind of think it would be cute.
Are you asking us? I think
Yeah,
you put
you
whatever
and chat.
You want on there.
I know, but I'm asking everybody if they like it.
Well, yeah, it's cool. I get to be. Oh no! Well, my.
You
my,
can change it. You can change it.
What do you mean change it? I don't want to change my hair, but it's.
Oh, your hair.
chroma keyed out.
Your
'Cause I'm
hair?
Zoro and his hair's green.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah, so I look. He's running around with his 2 swords and no hair.
Oh no, that's not the. Oh no, I gotta fix that. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Zoro won.
No, let me get the because
It's
it's.
gone bold.
I gotta remove the chroma key because it's not the chroma key, it's the color key. There we go. Yeah, catalysms. We have catalysms, and in our other Discord we have angelisms, where the original ones started from. So, how do we feel? How do we feel about the little doodle dudes just kind of running around while we're talking?
I think they're totally fine, except for probably when we're doing combat.
Oh yeah, when they're combat, I'll turn it off. Here, hold on, I'm adjusting
Yeah, but
things.
for now, I love them. They're very cute.
They are, aren't they? Why is he still? Why is Sasuke's pants still fucked up? Hold on. Filters. Oh no. Well, it is what it is, buddy. I don't know what I used to fix this originally. Because I don't think it was this either. Does anybody know? Does
No.
anybody know?
No, I've never set that up before.
Oh no! What have I done? Now we're just chilling, so I'm fucking around with this. Oh, the opacity. I can't remember how I did it. I just got it because it's supposed to be transparent. Gonna go lay down. Okay, have a good night.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
I don't know how I set it up the first time. You know what? Some of them can be fucked. It's fine. Well, that's fine. Then don't go to sleep. Look at Zoro run with no legs.
Oh.
No hair to no legs.
Yeah, I changed it. Oh, but yeah, I set up everything while we were having our session. I changed the way the layout it looks. I added some stuff. I made it look neat. I added the date for each session we're gonna have. I'll put the date on there for the next one. The windows there. I have dice cam ready to set up for next time. Rez, if you want this layout at all, like if you want to be consistent with how it looks, I can send it to you.
Okay. I'm making one.
Oh, you're
Like
making
right
one?
now, I've been playing with the in Canvas. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I was just asking. You can do whatever you want. This is just how mine
I
looks.
love Canva.
Yeah, it's fun to play with.
I might have to figure out how to fix this from looking. Oh, it has to stay up, I guess. From looking transparent. Like, how to make it transparent without doing that. Because now I feel stupid. But yeah, when we're doing combat, we'll do like the wee woo, wee woo. Everybody has to go off. Everybody has to go off, and then we'll take it down. It's just so chat feels included. They get to feel
Wee woo,
included.
wee woo.
Wee woo, wee woo. Oh, also, do you guys want me to show you, chat? Do you want me to show you the Kenny and Dimitri models that are coming?
Yes.
Because I showed you guys in the Discord already. They're not done yet. I have to go to Ko-Fi 1 second. They're not done yet, but they will be. Because remember, one of our goals for the Donathon was to get Kenny and Dimitri live 2D doodle bobs. So you can see Corey's sarcastic looks at me when I do stupid ass shit as Kenny. So, and that's why I keep pressing everybody to that is not the that is incorrect. That is not Ko-Fi. Why I keep being like, you guys should totally get one of these. That'd be cool. But I understand. Okay, so here's Dimitri. Wow.
My boy.
I
The
was
lad.
trying to. Well, I can't zoom in on it right now. Hold on. Let me download Kenny too. And then here's Kenny. You put us back on that. And let me go back to remove background so I can just get the boys from there and put them in there. Oh, I can just drop the image? Hold the fuck on, I didn't know that. What the fuck? Why do I do everything the hard way? And Rez, you're really good at finding, like, generic good background music. Do you think you can find something that we can be consistent with to play in the background while we're having our D&D sessions? Are you able to... Is that something you think you'd be able to do?
Yeah, I can look.
Because...
I can see.
I think, like, a little bit of ambiance. God, the way that that's fucked up. Look at that. Look at how that looks. Huh?
Oh, not to interrupt too much, but I'm going to have to get going because it is.
Oh, no, go.
Like 12,
Oh goodness, yes,
midnight.
yes.
We
Um,
won't be so late next time. It was just
Okay.
because of everything that was happening that we were late.
yeah. I think the goal will be maybe we all roll up here around like 7:30, 7:45 so we can get everything like in order, and then we can start at 8, and then we'll go till like 11 or 12 my time. So
Mhm.
about 4 hours.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be too long, especially because Kian needs to sleep too. You both need to sleep. Rez
Yeah.
doesn't need to
If
sleep.
we're doing it every week
can
though,
put my sleep.
having shorter sessions isn't that bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, look at the screen. I put their PNGs up.
Love them so
They're gonna be live TD. They'll be moving around like my doodle babies.
I'm very excited.
Me
Yeah.
too. They're so cute. Look, Dimitri, you're shorter this time.
What?
Dimitri's a short king and Kenny's taller.
Wait,
How tall
really?
is
Are we
Kenny?
doing that?
We
How
should.
tall is Kenny? How tall is Kenny?
I'm gonna say Kenny actually got a good few inches in him. I mean, on him this time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Q, how tall should Kenny be? He was 5'7" last time. He was a short king. But how about we make him a little taller?
I think a good 5'11" would be funny. Just a little shy of 6. You know, the classic.
Just shy.
Classic.
Like you can pretend you're 6 feet until you encounter somebody who is actually 6 feet.
Yes. And Dimitri, you looking a little shorter, my guy. Did your time in the abyss stunt you?
On my character sheet, I have actually already listed a height,
Aw, fuck. Okay.
and I'm so sorry to tell you, I am still taller than you.
You motherfucker.
I
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
How tall is he?
He's
Tell
not a
me.
pocket
I
anymore.
have him as 6'1" right now.
Oh, he's just a little taller. Oh, they're gonna fight about that.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
like,
that's why Teddy goes, I'm 6 foot, and Dimitri goes, bullshit, you are.
there we
But
go.
I'm 6'3", 240, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, as he's looming over both of you.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yep.
we're twinks compared to you and AJ. Oh my god.
Penny's the shortest again. Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Always the shortest. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
I was like, what's the size of an NFL linebacker? That's what I need.
Yes.
My giant Buster Sword ass to be like swinging.
Yes.
Like, it'd be huge.
Oh, Kenny is gonna ask
it.
you for a piggyback ride at some point. I am not kidding. Yes, Kenny and Dimitri are going to always be bickering. That is actually true.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna head out. I
Yes.
love you all.
We love you.
Delightfully.
Love you, cute.
We love
So
you.
much.
Mwah, 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 mwah. What? I did not hear what you said. You cut out.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back playing D&D with you
Me
guys.
too. Ah.
Yes, we have lots on AJ. Just watch the VOD that guy, because Kian told us. Kian and Q talked a lot about that. Q, same rules as last time we played D&D. Same with you, Rez. I like us to arrive at least like 25 to 15 minutes early before the stream, just so we can get everything ready.
Yes.
Is that
I
possible?
agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's
Rez will.
also what Q said.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we've
oh.
already established this.
Listen.
Good job listening. Wow,
I-
wow.
Listen, I'm stupid. What do you want from me? I don't know shit about shit. Everybody knows this. And Rez is gonna be streaming it. I don't think Kian streams. Well, they used to, but and Corey, if you want to stream, you can. But yeah,
Ooh la la.
you can watch it from all points of view, however you want, because we will all have like we'll try to set up like dice cam for our roles. On mine will just be my dice cam. On Rez will be Rez's dice cam, and if Corey decides to do theirs, they can set up. You would just you would just use your phone like I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna use camera for my Live 2D and phone for my hands, and I'll help you set that up. Yay!
Yay!
That's perfect, because we are 10 minutes away from 3 hours, and then I'll end, and then I'll just go watch Rez play Monkey Game on the TV.
I am not
I'm
starting
gonna-
Monkey Game at midnight.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Never
go
mind.
Now,
Yeah.
But
I
that was
really want to play it. I'll probably start it tomorrow, probably early, maybe around 6 or 6:30, and that way I can get a good stream on it. I don't think I have anything else going on tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds fine. I'm sorry that we jumped you with this, but it was important.
No, it's fine. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm excited to play and to get started. I just wasn't sure because, we're feeling well earlier in the week, but I'm glad
Yeah.
you're feeling better and you sound good.
Thank
This
you.
is fun, and I think everybody's got interesting characters, and we're gonna go kick some ass probably. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
y'all might.
we will
I'm gonna
try.
swing this big ass
Two-
sword and probably fall down.
2 linebackers and 2 twinks. This is gonna be great. Okay, Cubert, go to
I'm
bed.
excited. Okay, good night, Mom. Good night,
Good
Dad.
night. We love you.
Good night.
Good night, Rose.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye. That's Cubert. That's our godchild. I'm used to saying my because Corey's not always here when I talk about it. I gotta put out of order on there for
Corey's not always here.
Corey's not
Corey's
always here.
Sometimes just in the void.
So give me your thoughts. Rez. How you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I had some ideas after reading the description of what the game was gonna be about and the town of heroes, and I was like, oh, I've got a great idea for this, and it like fits. It fit perfectly with the
Yeah, it does.
with the big sword with the ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Corey, sorry. Q's really good at working whatever we want to do into stuff. Like, that's like, do you see now what I meant when I said, like, Q is such an amazing storyteller? Like, we haven't even started yet. And, like, everything off the fly, Q was able to, like, take it and do something with it.
Yeah.
They're so fucking talented. They take after me, obviously. Obviously. Did you see what I made this screen a lot more interactive and nice looking so people can be like, oh, look at the keys, look at the keys. I'll have the dice cam up next time. I just didn't have it. I didn't feel like it because we weren't using them yet. So, Rez, what are you thinking about doing for your PNG?
I have no idea.
Maybe we can get somebody to donate $50 to you so that we can get you a live 2D moving in the next 2 weeks. If somebody donates $50, I will bother the shit out of Ray and see if they have time to make you one. So we just gotta get somebody to donate. Oh, you can be an amazing narrator. You just have the story written out. Oh.
If not, I'll use my default.
That's
that I
okay,
picked
that guy.
In D&D Beyond.
Oh, I need to hold on. I need to see that. What's the default picture? Did you join the campaign in D&D Beyond yet?
Well, I sent my username, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Well, I mean, I didn't. Oh, I see. I didn't see the other link.
Nerd.
There.
I'm looking for how to get to the campaign real quick. Campaigns. Yeah, so, next time we play, when we start, we will have our live 2Ds, we'll have our dice cam, we'll hopefully have some kind of little background music to play, Hubris, there we are, view campaign. Oh, what a handsome man!
Right?
I would like to see.
I was scrolling through and I was like, that kind of fits with the description that I put.
Yeah.
I like that. What a handsome man. What a handsome man. Got an amazing script.
It's Maximilian with an A in it because he's a million.
Alexa, stop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now she's turned the TV on. Of course she has. I'm just excited to be using Kenny's voice again. It's so fun. It's crack. Some of the shit I say when I'm on it, when I'm using it, is crack. Hold on, I have to turn the TV off. I'm just burning a little bit of time before we end. Ow, my back. Mute. Oh, my back, my back, my back. I can't wait to have a Kenny live 2D doodle guy. I love Ray's doodle guys. The artwork's so good. Big stretch. So, chat, those of you who are still here that aren't lurking, how did you like the session 0? Just shooting the shit, having some fun, talking, learning who the players are. You know what I just realized, you guys?
What?
This is a sausage party.
What? I had a question because I don't know if I just like totally zoned out. Angel, what class are you playing?
A fighter.
Okay.
I might have to change that though because we seem to have a paladin and a fighter already, so I might actually just make him a rogue again.
Who's the paladin?
AJ.
Oh. What am I?
A fighter?
Oh my god, we're both fighters. That's wild.
No, I'm gonna
challenge you to a duel.
You can challenge me all you want, but I'm gonna be a rogue, so you know. I'll let Q know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that other character I had thought of for another campaign because I still really like the idea of that character and I want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you like playing with us, Rez, we can always do more. Because if you like how Q does the world for this one and you enjoy playing with us, this doesn't have to be the only campaign we do.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just thinking like I just kind of like the idea of the rogue spy
Yeah.
on the run for knowing something that they shouldn't know.
Yeah, now that's cool. There's gonna be another campaign. See, now that we are gonna need a girl character at some point, you know? Look at all of us playing boys.
Oh, this is weird.
My
Overwatch opened.
Oh, that is strange.
Oh no.
Crazy.
This is super weird.
That's so weird.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to tell Q I went back to Rogue. What other thing what do I want him to use? Daggers and
Session 0 to session 0.5. You know what I wanted to do? What I think would be really cool to do with that kind of character too is almost like the tavern brawler, like improvised weapon kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
We'll throw knives at people and just like use whatever's around. May not, you know, maybe just to escape, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I am not going back down the Phantom route. Stop it. You are not making the exact same character again, Angel, please. No. Oh, what's Mastermind? So the first time we played, and Kenny was a character, I was a Phantom rogue, and he had the powers of Nerul. So he was a necromancer. And that shit was fucking wild. He's crazy. He had these skeletons that he could raise from the dead, and he called them the Bony Boys, and they'd like come out and just start dancing and shit.
Nice.
They were very functional.
They were so functional. And he had a bag of holding, and he turned it into a bedroom. I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, his home was a bag of holding. A gaming set. Dice set. What language should my little man speak?
I don't know, but oh man, my Overwatch opened too.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's so weird.
That's so crazy. Oh, wow. Y'all.
If we started streaming Overwatch.
Right.
That would be so wild. So what does Mastermind do? Expertise.
It's the Mega Mind.
Mega Mind.
It kind of is. Insightful manipulator. Oh no. Oh, Kitty, no! No! Baby boy, don't become a manipulator. I mean, that would make sense for this campaign, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh. Oh, no. I do really, really like sneak attack.
I mean, that is a rogue thing.
Mm-hmm. Fuck me sideways. I'm gonna have to... Yep. I'm gonna have to adjust everything. Okay. already had his dex and constitution pretty high. That's why it let me be a rogue in the first place. Let's take it. I'm gonna have to fix this array a little bit because those stats don't work for a rogue. Dexterity needs to be 15. Charisma can stay 12. Constitution 14. Strength 13. Intelligence 10. Wisdom 8 because Kenny does not need to fucking do magic. He is a rogue. Okay, I only switched that around a little bit to make it make sense for being a rogue. He has a longbow. Shit. I have him with short swords because he was a fighter, so I have to take those off. I need to give him his daggers. He needs his crossbow. He needs him daggers. Equipment. How do I add equipment? I don't remember. Add items. Dagger. 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 Of course he has 2 daggers. You always have 2 daggers.
Oh, absolutely.
Why would you not? Bow. That's not what I want. Weapon. Why can't I find bows? I have crossbow light on. I think I'm proficient in hand crossbow. I think I added that, so I'll add a hand crossbow. I just wanted a regular bow, so let's have a short bow. Okay, nothing fancy. Let's unwield the longbow. He doesn't need that. He uses a short bow and a hand crossbow. Where's his short bow? There it is. Wield. There we go. Daggers, short bow, hand crossbow. Because he likes to do that thing where, you know, you have your hand under the cape and you go, waka-chka! And you have the little hand crossbow on and you do your extra attack.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that so much. Oh, Rez, did you add your one wondrous item?
No.
You get to have a wondrous item. You just gotta make sure to run it by Q. For what it does. We each start with one. Okay, now our team's a little more balanced. Oh no! Oh my god! He's got a -1 in wisdom.
Oh no.
And a +0 in intelligence. Nah! My dumb boy!
Feel that.
Hi, Claudia! My boy is
Hi,
dumb!
Claudia.
Hello.
Chat's getting head patted. Look at that.
You going to sleep or you playing Overwatch?
Overwatch? Overwatch? That's what
Overwatch?
that's what she's gonna say. She's gonna go, Overwatch? I told you. It's like I know her or something. Don't mind me. I'm redeeming stuff so I can check it. Where's my invite? What you talking about? I never said I was gonna play Overwatch. Hello, lonely.
You should.
Lonely. hold on. I'm trying to make sure this looks good. How are you doing? LOL. Where is my head pat? I think
Get out of here.
There we go. Your
Oh my god.
Your teammates are never there. How are you doing today? Okay, now chat gets head patted. There we go. That's good. That's better. And if you want to redeem head pat for a specific person, I can move it around. Wherefore art thou, teammates? Not here.
I can't believe I made it back. We've been in overtime for like a minute.
20 minutes. There we go. Pop-ups come up right there. I worked really hard on this layout while we were doing our session 0. I really hope everybody likes it.
Yeah.
It's very fancy.
Thank you. Thank you, Claudia.
Oh, Claudia, because I asked Claudia for assistance earlier with the name, so I used part of what she gave me. My name is Maximilian Goldenrod.
I'm
It's
sorry.
such a good name.
Goldenrod. Maximilian Goldenrod. Da 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 da. 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 The Addams Family. Oh, Claudia, do you see that Q's title is officially Crunchwrap MD DM Supreme? It's cute, right? I like it. Oh, Claudia, you weren't here, so let me show you. These are the PNGs for Kenny and Dimitri. They're going to be live 2D doodlebobs that move around. I'm trying to convince Rez into getting one for Maximilian, but we got to get a $50 donation so he can get it. So I'm gonna bother the fuck out of people for the next 2 weeks. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. And I'll have a dice cam over there with my hands. I could literally doodle him up in my most paint. Hey, if you could doodle him one up like this, so it's a little bit more consistent, that would be great. Like give him a little dude. Like make Maximilian exist. That would be so nice. That would be so sweet of you, Claudia. Like sugar. Like sugar. Tasty. Tasty. Sugar. I love Dimitri's wings, and I love that Ray's gonna make your tail and your wings move.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice. So nice. Well, I'm excited to be a rogue again. I was on the fence about being a fighter in the first place, so I'm excited to be a rogue.
Yeah, it's the only thing that really fit what I was trying to do.
I was trying to step away from like doing the same thing twice, but like nobody heard it the first time, so it doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah.
I could essentially go Phantom if I wanted to. Like, cause it's not like anybody else knows about. I really liked being a Phantom, so maybe that's what I'll do. He's a Phantom. Danny Phantom. Hey, Danny Phantom, he was just 15 when he married me machine. Thing I'll see. Young and Roxy's Danny Phantom. Young and Roxy's Danny Phantom. All right, guys. I'm gonna go Phantom. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. It's not like anybody ever got to hear the podcast anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Whispers of the Dead. What thing should I have had whispered in my ear to make me proficient in it? What if Kenny plays the flute?
Aww.
Just catch him playing the flute off by himself. Because it's embarrassing. He learned it from the dead. Wails from the grave. God damn, I love Wails of the Grave.
Oh man, I love whales.
No, like, so, I don't know how much you know about the rogue classes, Rez. But, Wails of the Dead stacks on top of, sneak attack. So it's just more attacking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and as you level up, it just keeps doubling up how many times you can do it. Oh my god, Corey, maybe I'll actually get to go all the way up in levels for Phantom this time. Because instead I split it to Fighter Phantom last time. Aw, shit, let's go. HP max. Okay, so I need to roll 3 d8s. Or just one. What's a d8? What's it look like? That's a d12. I think this is a d8. It's the one that looks like a top, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so
a diamond.
what number is it when it has the line on it? Is that a 6 or a 9? I can't remember.
Well, if it's on the bottom, like
yeah.
Yeah,
it's on the bottom.
But yeah, so like the line is supposed to be the bottom of whatever it is. So if it's on the bottom, then it's a 9.
So this is not a d8 because that's a 9. Unless that's a 6. I'm looking around to see if there's a 6 on here. Nope, that's a 9. Nope, that's a 6.
Well, wait, is it on a D8?
I'm trying to see if this is a d8. No, that's a... No, that's not it. That's not a D8. That's D12. That's a D6. This is a D8. Okay, I finally found it. I found the D8. God, I want to be honest about this. Okay, so that's 4. Add this up for me, okay? 4. 6.
446 or 46?
446.
14.
Where do I put that, Koi? Do I put that in the HP modifier?
That is a good question.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Okay. Because you have your base, and then you get your modifier, which is your hit dice, which is 3 d8s. So I rolled it 3 times, and then I got my max hit points. Or I got my hit points. Okay. Okay. Cool. Are you guys playing Overwatch?
Yes.
Where's my phone? Oh, Koru.
I'm on an awful team. Yes.
Yeah, I was too.
Our order's probably outside.
Oh my god, it's probably been out there for hours.
No, it was supposed to be delivered around 6, so it's 6:48, so I'm gonna see when it was delivered. It says it's delivered, so you gotta go get it.
Okay.
When was it delivered? Doesn't say. Well, it's out there and the sun was up.
So that's just, it would have been warm. It would have been like under heat.
Well, I mean, it's just pee pads and cat shampoo and a cat toy, but I still don't want people to steal it.
Yeah. People do be stealing things.
They do. Okay, I'll be right back. Go
Okay.
grab it.
Oh, boy. That negative wisdom's gonna get me in trouble.
Oh, I mean, my wisdom's a 7.
My wisdom's an 8, so I got 1 point on you.
Yeah. See, I'm
Simple
I'm a
country
farm
boy.
I'm young. I'm smart, but I don't know much.
True siblings. It's true, we're dumb together. Poor Kenny. Alright, hold on. Portrait for deed. Let's change it. I don't want it red, I want it green. Ah, yeah. Ranger Emerald. Ew. Don't talk about rangers like that in my face. It's rude. Sorry, I'm kidding. I don't actually have anything bad about rangers. I just like pretending like I do. Oh, ew! Turn that Underdark mode back on. That hurt my eyeballs.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
What did you do?
I hit the fan!
Why would you do that?
'Cause I'm
No,
stupid.
you're not. You're just dumb.
I'm a dumb sugar plum.
I have no idea what you said.
I'm a dumb sugar plum.
No, before that, you like squeaked and you just
Oh.
like disappeared. For,
I said I was.
before you respond to you, I could not hear you.
I said I was stupid.
But
That's what I said. I was like, I'm
what's
just
your intelligence?
A 10.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is a 12. Yeah.
So okay, so I put my. Here's how I did my array. I put 13 in strength because he's a rogue. He doesn't need to be particularly strong. He needs to be dexterous. I put 16 in dexterity. Well, actually, it just is 16. I don't think I put 16 in it. You know what I mean? I think I got like a modifier thing. I'm just gonna read what the stats are, not what I put. So I'm 13 strength, 16 dexterity, 15 constitution, 10 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 14 charisma, which means my modifiers are +1 to strength, +3 to dexterity, +2 to constitution, +0 to intelligence, plus -1 to wisdom, and +2 to charisma. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, Kenny. You're okay, Kenny. You're okay. And so my acrobatics is +3. And so here's the really funny part. He's dexterous, but he's clumsy. So, can you turn the overhead light on? It's not that he, like, can't perform actions. It's that he overthinks it a little bit, and then so he, like, trips over his own foot and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that he just doesn't, he lacks the confidence to do it. Not that he can't do it. Animal handling is -1, so I'm pretty sure animals are going to fucking attack him. Arcana is +0. He don't know about spells. Athletics is +1 because he's a klutz. Deception is +4. Boy knows how to talk his way out of a paper bag. History is a 0 because he doesn't know shit about shit. Insight is a +1 because he doesn't know shit about shit. Intimidation is +2 because he's not that intimidating. Investigation is 0. Medicine is -1, so don't ask him to put a band-aid on you. He might end up fucking giving you gangrene. Nature is 0. He's an inside boy. Perception +1. Performance +4. Persuasion +2. Religion 0, because the only religion he really knows about is Alun, which is the moon goddess, and that's his religion, and that's the only one he really knows about. Sleight of hand is 7. This boy could steal your wallet and you would never know. Stealth is 7. He could be right in front of you and you would never know. And survival is -1 because he's never gone outside. Please, farm boy, teach me how to be outside.
Well, you gotta catch all the diseases first and then hope that they don't kill you.
Oh, I'm sure I will. My passive perception is 11. My passive investigation is 10. And my passive insight is 11. Oh, Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth. At least his armor class is 14. And his initiative is +2. And he has a proficiency bonus of 2. My poor boy. It's not looking good for you.
He's doing his best.
He's trying. I mean, this makes sense how he got away from his family. He's been training as a rogue in secret. He probably told them he was going to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Whoops. Hey, surprise, Q. He lied. He's a rogue. That's how he got out. That's how he's going to keep 1 foot in front of his ranger brother at all times. Shit. I'm hungry. And tired. Koruru,
Yeah.
are you hungry?
Yes.
That took a very long time for you to answer.
Somebody was like, "What is a meat wife?"
You are a meat wife. Duh, you. And you know what? I'm okay if you and Rez wanna play Overwatch together. Like, if Claudia wants to play with you guys and stuff like that, I don't mind. I'll just watch.
Oh my god.
From the couch. I'm just tired. That's the only reason
No,
I'm thinking
baby.
about quitting. What do you mean, no, baby? I'm tired. I'm
No
sick.
play.
No, I'm sick. Are you trying to guilt trip me into playing?
Sounds like it.
Just a little bit.
It sounds like an excuse to you. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. You're all the way over there on the other side of the screen. You hush.
Mm-hmm. I see that. You're gonna have to move an out of order sign over.
Yeah, I'm going to. Well, no, I'm not, because I'm going to end in a second.
Okay, well I'm leaving because I'm gonna start in a second. So
Okay.
all right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, if you wanna play Corey, we're gonna be in the Hunter's Guild VCs.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. I'm tired and still very sickies. So, we're gonna go and we're gonna raid Rez.
Oh, yeah.
I lost so many followers because I didn't stream. I think I lost like 10 followers.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah, people are mean. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for coming to session 0. This is literally just a session where we talked about our characters and their backstories and all that stuff. I'm really excited to start the actual sessions. I'm going to take these out of here. And that's going to start, as you can see over there, it says October 11th. The reason that's going to take so long is because Kian's going to be out of town. And so we decided to wait for Kian to do our first session. We'll be doing it every Saturday at 2 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And I'll always put the new date up for you to know when the next session is in case there's any changes or anything's happening. Remember, I'm going to set up redeems based on the things that you guys would want to see in the campaign, and things you could spend your money on during, which would be really fun. I hope that you guys really like HUBRIS. It's been a long time since we've gotten to play D&D, and it's been an even longer time since I was Kenny. And I'm very excited to play Kenny again. I love my boy. So happy. Okay. I worked very hard during this whole session on this screen, so you guys better like it.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it, Corey?
I did.
Is you like it?
Yes, I love it. It looks very good.
Thank you. I worked so hard on that logo. HUBRIS. And I did a money for the ass. Crunchwrap Supreme. Okay. Alright, everybody, we're gonna read in the res. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'll see you tomorrow because I'm feeling better, and I think I can do 3 to 4 hours streams again. I'm glad that I was able to do this. This makes me happy. I miss you guys so much. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. I love you so much. Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.